Oh my God, what's going on, y'all? I have been looking forward to this all damn day. How y'all doing? Y'all, we got Rim Rom. Oh, let me get some music on. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this all damn day. Oh, we get the kickback. I get the kickback. Oh man. Y'all, we doing this because getting these false ass copyright strikes was not fun or cute. And I really don't like play this one. I really don't like having to sit here and file in a counter where I know they want my personal information on some bullshit. It's people who can't even explain the damn law that they're abusing. Go figure. You ask them what's a DMCA, they would not be able to tell you the acronym, let alone break down the law. Would I have it to go to Google or Chat GPT? Y'all come on in and hit that like button. I'm gonna make sure I send this out so that we can get a full house up in here. I enjoyed the second channel. This is where I get to have a little bit more fun, to be a lot more messy. So that's why we're doing it over here. Yay! Oh, let me see now. I'm trying to post this up so that people can come on over. Hold on a second. How y'all doing anyway? How's it going? Hope everybody's doing good. Make sure y'all check out the Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to do. Make sure you all check out the live I just did on Candid. Because that was good. I hope Eric Kirk gets that emergency protection order on her ass. People be playing around with this stuff on social media like it's a game and it's not. Just like with all the cyber doxing and to be doing up in here. UMAR does all this doxing and stuff, and you get people that oppose UMAR doing it, and then they turn around and try to do this shit themselves. Or try to find ways to get your personal information by filing false copyright strikes and abusing the law. The F is wrong with these people. All because you called them out on their lies that weren't even necessary. Did MALware have to lie like hell about a check? Hell no. Did she lie though? Yes, she did. Umar's bad on his own. You don't have to lie about him. It's such a stupid lie. But us telling her, listen, none of this is necessary. Just apologize and get over it and keep moving. Nah, that was too much like right. She chose to be arrogant about the shit. And now you got Manny out here giving her videos to file these false copyright strikes because she sure blamed him. She blamed his ass for that. And he hasn't said anything to the contrary. He hasn't came out and said, I didn't tell her to do that. She did that on her own. Or someone else told her to do it. What reason would he have to send her videos, our videos, saying just hit him with copyright strikes? How? How? What's copyrighted in her live stream where she's sitting here talking about I'm trying to get a restraining order? None of that was legally copyrighted. You can't register your content to be copyrighted after the fact. It has to be in place beforehand, and YouTube has to be aware of it. And you can't give a blanket permission for people to react to your bullshit video movie, film, whatever she want to call it. And then turn around and act as if you didn't say that. Can't make this stupid shit up. So since I had to waste time in drafting a counter for these dumbass copyright strikes, no, I'm going in. We're going in. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we going in. That's where we are. So y'all make sure y'all tweet out this live stream. Get everybody over here. Because we are doing it. Let's see here. So I'm trying to make sure. Hold on, I got to do this post right quick. I hope y'all got some time because we got some time. We're not going to watch the whole videos. I just wanted to get in the interactions. Hold on. I just want to get in the interaction because I thought it was just crazy. And then y'all check out Kogo. Kogo did a mini series on this as well. It was so good. All right, cool. Let's see here. I should have did a timestamp. Damn it. All right, let's go. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I want to go right to the... They were watching these videos, and then... Is this the one? And then next thing you know, you had LS in it, and then you had what you call it in it. So I'm gonna start off where LS comes up. Because mind you all, she did a whole shift. A whole shift. She went from I'm gonna drag your ass to y'all just so quick to negate it. And it's like, no, she doesn't have any evidence. We're not studying that shit. Stop playing in our face. Can't make this up. All right. So I think this is where they're watching this, and you got Tripsy, Rim, Uncle Mo, shout out to him. All of them. And then that's when the first one gets up.
So I'm going out like that. My shit's legal. I'm in the military, but I'm...
Hold on.
She gotta be working with
a way about me and my videos. I'm going out like the baby, if you know how the baby do people that come to his house. So I'm going out like that. My shit's legal. I'm in the military, but I'm definitely going out like that.
You can hear.
And I'm gonna sit right there with my lawyer. And I'm gonna call the base.
Oh, there go Lene.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. She go right there. I think I see her backstage.
Hey, Lene. Yeah, I'm on my tour.
Me too.
Hey, Mo, I ain't seen you in forever.
Take a whole 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was a whole 10 minutes we ain't seen each other. How y'all doing? Man, have y'all watched the video of what she posted, Marianne?
We tried.
Yep.
It was dry, like
Yeah.
Sahara.
I don't know what the hell that was.
It didn't have anything to do with... I said, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to separate myself from the sector, not from you and KKC, but and not anybody like officially. I can't be around if she's calling UMAR. That's the man that victimized us. Who runs back into the abusers den when they're upset? What made her think she's not? And here's the biggest thing that nobody has caught on: he don't have her on block.
They just said that.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't he don't like people being around people that challenge him.
You
but he didn't block Anaya X either. He kept receiving text messages from her.
Wow.
And like we said earlier, she isn't being attacked like you were attacked when you came out.
No, where these chicks at?
Nope.
She's working with. If she's working with him, she gotta be working with him because these women would be all over her. They're nowhere around. Where are they?
She do seem like they got a weird relationship.
They were.
She almost seemed like a woman scorned.
Yeah,
that's what I was coming around to.
What's so crazy is
more and more every day.
People thought
What's so crazy is you hear her saying this now. You know, it's like, how do you flip flop this bad? Where you come up saying all of this, and then when she gets up there, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. What the fuck we doing? She lied. It was intentional. She concocted an entirely dumbass story, a narrative that was not true and could not provide any evidence to support it. Why would you come up, say all this shit, and then when she gets up there, all of a sudden, I want to be able to give you the benefit of the doubt. I want to believe that you took the what the is going on? I could not have been on this panel. I think God spared me from this, y'all, because let me tell y'all something. I didn't find out that all the stuff, this debacle went down, you know, kerfluffle, until that Saturday. This came out on a Thursday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I know Saint was like, Lady Luck, what the hell you doing? You got the you missing out on all the fun. I'm getting emails. Y'all, I had about 50 emails. Oh, Lord have mercy. I had about 50 emails. Where are you? Did you know this happened? So I'm kind of glad I didn't find out until that Saturday. Because if I had found out that Thursday or whatever when Rim went live, I probably would have been on the panel. I would not have been able to endure this at all. I don't have the temperament for this. I'm gonna tell you how that right now. This shit like this, I don't have a temperament for. Because if I could see the switch in you, I would have called her out on this. Hold on, I thought you was trying to drag her. You don't want to drag? I'll do it. Like, it would have been that blunt. And then I would have said a lot of choice phrases and terms that, you know, y'all would have been like, oh, LLC, I thought you were proper. Oh, I would have went off. Just for the insult to my intelligence. What do you mean? Running ahead. Is she trying to figure out Stockholm syndrome? Is that it? Is that what she's going for with running into the hands of the abuser? Like, she was still texting Oompa Loompa while she was on Lennon's platform. Did she not think that text messages would come out on her sending that to him? That's such a it's such a doggish thing to do. How do you get on Lennon's platform? You're doing a live stream with him and you're tweeting or sending messages to Oompa Loompa in real time saying, hey, he's playing this video. Do you want me to hit it with a copyright strike? The F you mean? So they think hitting people with false copyright strikes somehow gives them leverage, when all it does is backfire on your dumbasses, because now you're abusing federal laws and YouTube can take down your channel. It's so stupid. That's why I don't believe in that type of retaliation, because YouTube is going to handle that either way. But this is the same person that got up here in this live stream and said all this stuff, and then the very next day, I'm telling you all, oh my God, it's going to piss you off. Next day, a complete 180. Complete 180. Unbelievable. Watch out. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't find out right away, because I would have been so pissed.
Was scoring, I kept telling her, I'm not scoring. You know, I'm mad as hell, but I'm not scoring. She seems scorned. She seems hurt. Like something happened between even now, she seems like she's reflecting back. None of that stuff has to do with the check. None of it has to do, when she gets infuriated, she brings me up. When she went on that rant last night on Lennon, she brought me up. During this apology, she never brought me up.
Yeah, she kept saying that y'all had issues behind the scenes. She handled it. But do you think that she probably wanted him and he didn't want her?
I think that's what it was, because that's the only way I'm a lead with my accolades if I'm trying to, you know.
He sounded like
I'm trying to grab somebody, you know what I'm saying?
She sounded like she was mad at that girl that he left outside. She was mad at.
Yo, you just beat me to the punch.
And then
you just beat me to the punch. I was about to say that because why would she even care?
I said that when
I'm never going to, as girl code, Trixie, you can vouch for this. I ain't never going to go and tell something that she had to go through with a man publicly. That would be something that I took to my grave. I don't care if she did had to slob up somebody. That's just what know she had to do. That don't need to be told.
Yeah, come on.
She came out. She was trying to shame that woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She was trying to shame that woman. She was trying to shame the woman that was married.
With her too.
Yeah, but see, that is weird because when I look up her divorce, that story matches her divorce. She almost sent her.
Y'all hear this? See, I didn't look up anybody's divorce. Y'all did y'all just hear that? So this one looked up MALware's divorce and volunteered that information. I didn't do that. We didn't do that. We don't just go look up people like that. For what? Why would anybody need to look up somebody's divorce? Like, who the fuck cares if they got divorced? This is what I mean right here. They do this nonsense and then they think, oh yeah, this is cool if I do it, but if you do it to me, oh, I'm about to crash the earth into the sun. We're about to supernova. You would think it would be your last day on earth. The sun is gonna supernova on all you bitches. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. We're gonna have a whole planet-ending event. Because you Googled them and got basic information. Like, are you serious? I don't even do that. I don't believe in doing that. I don't need to Google someone unless there's a specific reason I'm reporting on information that the public needs to know. Otherwise, I'm not looking up nobody's damn divorce. I don't care. I could care less that you got divorced or you were married or any of that. Unless you are screaming for help and you need to get away from a madman or some abusive, crazy ass ex-woman. Who needs to look up somebody's divorce? You got too much time on your hands. You could be reading a book or some shit. Or have a job. Like, what? Are you kidding? Y'all heard that? So and now they're besties. MALware is not smart enough to know that this woman looked up her divorce and admitted it.
Her ex-husband in prison.
See,
I don't think y'all realize what y'all dealing with. And she is.
Did y'all know that? I did not know MALware's ex-husband was in prison. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that.
Trixie, you can vouch for this. I ain't never going to go and tell something that.
Vouch for what?
From her.
Wow. And like we said earlier, she isn't being attacked like you were attacked when you came out.
No, where these chicks at?
What?
Nope.
She's working with. If she's working with him, she gotta be working with him because these women would be all over her. They're nowhere around. Where are they?
She do see it.
What kind of concern is that? These other women should be attacking her. For what? If she didn't have a sexual relationship with him, why should they care? I mean, that does have something, some role in that. If she came out and was like, this is all about a film and a false lawsuit, that's one thing. Why would these women care about any of that shit? Y'all see who might be spearheading all these so-called weird ass searches? This queendom BS nonsense. It could just be one person doing all of this, and it's her. Why would these other women need to come out and attack MALware like that if she said she didn't have a relationship of some sort with this man on that level? Now, could they have? Maybe. Why do you need all these other women to attack her is my thing. And why are you looking up information about her ex-husband again? Does he pay your bills? If not, then why do we care? Why do we care? Why do we care?
When she went on that rant last night on Lennon, she brought me up. During this apology,
Man,
she
this
never
is so
brought
weird.
me up.
Yeah, she kept saying that y'all had issues behind the scenes. She handled it. But do you think that she probably wanted him and he didn't want her?
I think that's what it was, because that's the only way I'm a lead with my accolades if I'm trying to, you know.
He sounded like
I'm trying to grab somebody, you know what I'm saying?
She sounded like she was actually mad at that girl that he left outside. She was mad at.
Yo, you just beat me to the punch.
And then
you just beat me to the punch. I was about to say that, because why would she even care?
I'm never going to, as girl code, Tripsy, you can vouch for this. I ain't never going to go and tell something that she had to go through with a man publicly. That would be something that I took to my grave. I don't care if she had to slob up somebody. That's just what, you know, she had to do. That don't need to be told. She came out, she was trying to shame that woman.
Yeah.
She was trying to shame that woman. She was trying to shame the woman that was married.
But her too.
Yeah, but see, that is weird, because when I look up her divorce, that story matches her divorce.
Yeah, I look up, oh my God, MALware, we're not researching you. Your new bestie did. You weren't smart enough to catch this. Where's Manny at? Manny didn't have a problem with her looking up MALware's divorce. But oh no, you're doxing if someone else looks up public information regarding a fire that occurred in a building that made national news. All because the property owner was MALware's father. But this one went out her way to look up MALware's divorce and to look up her ex-husband. And crickets from Manny on that. Really?
She almost sent her ex-husband to prison.
Oh,
I don't think y'all realize what y'all doing. And she is plugged, you know, but how are you that off kilter, and you are a business owner and you have all of this stuff? She screams she has integrity. I can't go out here in Kansas City streets and act like that. Everyone would distance themselves from me. And the damn sure ain't doing no business.
Yeah, I hit that like button.
You want to hear another angle that, I mean, this is just a theory.
Yeah.
100% wrong. So the way she called so angry last night with Leonard, do you think they was in on it with that fake check? It's just that they forgot to cover that part? Because the way she was exploding on him.
That's what I said. I think like she was mad.
That was emotion that she's like, you of all people? Duh. And I'm like, that sounds like emotionally attachment. I'm like, if you never met this person, why are you so hurt?
Why didn't he call her?
I think she was mad. He displayed that check.
But you know what I think it is? I think when they got called out for the check, he tried to get ahead of it before, because he kept saying, I know how UMAR do. I know how. And I'm like, so what? Like, if you got, you got. But why would you worry about UMAR response if you doing your thing? Like, but the way she called,
that would hurt me. If
he
I
was
brought
quiet
my story, I hope not. And Lenny kept shutting me down. I was like, let me try to find an angle we can work this, because as evil as she has been to me, I still have a level of compassion for a woman, and I can look in her face that she's distraught. Whether it's that she brought it on herself or not, that's how I am. I'm an empath, and she was out of sorts, and she was throwing a tantrum, and Lennon is trying to, okay, ma'am, yes, okay.
No, but I think he brought you up first.
He never brought me up.
He brought you up. He brought you up.
He did?
He said that it was things that was sent that he didn't put out.
Oh, I mean, like putting me up there to talk.
He put your name out there. He was like, I got to start verifying. I usually verify stuff, but my heart is just so big that I wasn't thinking of. And he brought you up, though.
I never gave him a reason to question anything. When I came in, I came with receipts. He didn't have, I laid it all out. I laid it out for him to play it out. Anything he wanted, I eagerly gave it to him.
And then she turned around.
Because there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
And
then you turn around and text the Oompa Loompa saying he's playing this video. Do you want me to strike it? Because they don't know how copyright laws work. Fuck's sake, but you looked up this woman's ex-husband. And Manny didn't have anything to say about that to her. He never once called her out on looking up this woman's ex-husband, though. The hypocrisy for me is staggering. Oh my God.
Her, it's a different tone. It's like, how dare you?
Crazy as hell, man.
Chick, I had to do it.
Yeah, that's why I felt like maybe they just like, because that's back in September. Because I know an old girl who it was on that Blacklight TV. She was calling her out. She was emotionally attached too, because I think she felt like the conscious community is being attacked. But she kept saying like, "Hey, the same people that's getting abused, they're scamming too." But like I said, I didn't pay attention. I was like, I don't see how she was scamming. And then another thing she said when she was arguing with him, she was like, I thought the goal was to take him down. I thought the goal was to take him down, but you betrayed me. And she kept saying, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. You already shot me. You can't take the bullet back. And I'm like, why is she talking like that when it's clear as day?
Yeah.
That is
I would have caught that and I was leaning. I wouldn't have never, ever, because she's everything is tied to her. I would have had a private conversation with her. And I would have been like, okay, you need to come with the real. Like, what are we doing here? Because I need to know how to play this to cover you.
Yeah, this is on we're watching Rim TV. Let me send you the drop y'all the link to the videos here. Hold on. Here's the first one that we're watching. And then I'll send you the one we're gonna watch after this is gonna be the next day, where this one is talking comes back up and then tries to defend the other one, to defend MALware. It's so crazy. So these are the two videos from Rim. So y'all make sure you check him out, because this is crazy. You can watch it from start to finish, but me personally, I think this is the part where, because initially they were going over the actual call with MALware and Lennon Honor on his channel, and she was just going off, just yelling and screaming and a fussing and a cussing and blah blah blah, talking about she's so distraught and I can't work and I'm so distraught, I can't even finish my shift, I might lose my job, and it's all this crazy nonsense, right? And he's just trying to say, listen, I don't, if you look at it, it says it at the bottom, there's a disclaimer. It's not real. Do you have a bank statement? You have another check? He just wants some evidence to kind of clear his channel, which he has the right to do. We all took an integral hit reporting on that bullshit. And so instead of her just say, let me pull up my bank statements or something like that and redact it and send it over to you, all she really had to do was redact like the address and her account information, because routing numbers are public information. It just identifies the bank. And then she can just highlight that transaction of her depositing the money into her account. That's it. It would have been that simple. You could pull up a bank statement and pull up your transactions online. But no, she kept interrupting him and cutting him off. It was just ridiculous. So I do know they played. I don't think they got through a whole lot of this, because this is like 2 hours into their video. But they were watching the initial interaction between Lennon Honor and MALware. And MALware was just yelling, screaming. She was more so mad that she didn't have a heads up to come up with a story, or defense than anything else. It didn't seem like she was mad at him saying the check isn't real. It was like she was mad at him for saying that it wasn't real, and she didn't have time to tell him why it's fake. Like, or no, you supposed to give me a heads up and just let me know. Like, let you know what? I'm showing you what you sent me. Let you know what? But yet, this is the same woman that lied about the lawsuit, because dumb shit and reasons. While this one is sitting here admitting that she looked up that woman's ex-husband and saw he was in prison. Yeah, okay. But that's, man, yeah, you start from the beginning and watch it through. I recommend putting it on like 1.75 speed. Me personally, that's how I listen to a lot of my videos now. Because a lot of them, and I try to support, all the great content creators out there, especially the ones that are covering Oompa Loompa. But I know we do long live streams. I do. And when I go back to try to critique or whatever, I put mine on 1.9 speed just because I can listen to it quickly and then be able to move on and listen to another video or something like that. But I speed it up. It's quite funny if you do that. But put it on 1.5 speed if you can. And man, listen, it's some crazy stuff, some crazy interaction. It'll get you through a work day.
And to cover myself because I aligned myself with you, but he took it completely, and I think that's just an impulse. I don't think that he was on no saving face or correcting course. I think it was just the impulse, like he was out of sorts too.
So I say this: somebody put in the chat talk about. I think he overlooked the farm. If this man could get blueprints to this motherfucking mama's house, he could have seen that because he posted up there and left it. And then another thing she said: let the back linger. On purpose. Yeah, she said let the back linger.
Don't let the front linger too much.
Yes. Shit, I don't like UMAR. I ain't mad at it. Even if they set it up, include me in what the play is so we can get his ass, down.
I can respect that. I can respect that if you be like, I don't like
because he's grimy. He's doing grimy, but Lennon was hiding stuff. He not hiding. He was keeping things back. Like when he took down my interview about his backstory, he has been very too fair with UMAR, but that's because Lennon has never been in a space with UMAR. He does not know who he is. UMAR is not like, okay, yeah, you're right. Dude, I need to do. No, he's gonna be like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, exactly right.
So UMAR
is wicked. He's evil, and Lennon keeps giving him.
What is they beef over him and Lennon?
Lennon called him out. UMAR
Lennon one of the longest ones that been going against UMAR and what he out here trying to sell.
Yeah, and that's enough for UMAR.
And this is another thing. Why is everybody acting like Poetic Flacco was not part of UMAR clan? He's making all these videos coming at UMAR when he wasn't part of it to dox Leonard.
People wake up. I give anybody a chance to wake up.
I got down off the panel. I got down off the panel when I was up there with him because I felt like he was just coming over there to get the scoop. He's gonna make a video, and ain't nobody gonna watch none of KKC videos no more because he didn't. It's like he broke the story to the mainstream. He was coming up, soak up all the information. I'm like, let me get the fuck down off of here.
Oh,
because Flacco, like I watched him.
He said he was gonna give him credit, but. He said he was going to give him credit, but still, you're the bigger name. And once he breaks the story out, nobody's going to watch
him. With them LA dudes, and he played too many games with dangerous people that he's a civilian when he want to be, but the whole thing when you was doxing people and harassing them and make like Leonard, I wouldn't play with Flacco. You make fake accounts with dating profiles and doing dudes acting. That's why I said with UMAR I was doubtful because they already made fake accounts doing it.
Yeah, they're grimy.
Yeah, doing it to Leonard. If you did that to me, it's like it's all. I'm not gonna handle it like that. I'm just looking for us to handle it face to face.
Exactly.
If you're not that type of person, we can't put past. Like you can't tell nobody how to react to disrespect. So if he even used that fake check or did the same things to him, UMAR and them opened the door for that.
But even with my stuff, they try to act like I was wrong for being emotional about it. Like this man put my son in 16. He's got autism. He put him, doxed him up there. What are you talking about? And then you're going to sit up and tell me she has more valid validity with being upset because he almost sued her over and her $500,000. That tells me my work in this space.
But before I
we ain't seen nothing for that neither.
Yeah, they mailed me the paperwork on the lawsuit. And that's how I even know I was part of the lawsuit with my father. They mailed it to me. I read it. Then my father's wife called me and told me like, hey, and was trying to be nice to me. But she ain't showing none of that. And then how you go from suing this dude to we just want to hear the plans of what you're going to do for the school.
I'm trying.
Right, that didn't make sense to me neither. I thought she was being set up, but then when you take a step back and look at it, kind of looked like she was setting it up to cover up her lie about the money. And that's another reason why that was just another way she can say she ain't got the money no more. Oh, she spent it on the lawyer.
You know what? She probably another angle to give her the benefit of the doubt, but it's still a lie. They probably just settled on it. Like they went to mediation and he told her, I'm not going to take your stuff from you. We just going to drop it. But that don't sound polarizing. So now I can say, well, I got him for this check and now we're going to do a class action. Because even a class action, that was too quick. They litigated and everything too quick.
Right.
Because even
everything happened so quick.
Everything I went over there in that chat, they picked up everything except for I said all of this. I said, I have an attorney working on a case. He ain't with me every other day with an update. He doesn't move that fast. Nothing moves. Court don't even move that fast. It took me a month for an ex parte.
Yeah, but UMAR doesn't have the money to do any of this stuff.
No, he doesn't. I try to tell him, Tripsy. I've been telling people, and you know what? Have y'all ever had something that you've been screaming so loud that people are willfully dense, like they don't want to listen?
Yep.
There are people that are behind the scene. They go from, and I'm not going to call them out, I'm going to let them live another day, but they go from content creator to content creator with information. And I have told them, this story that you're running with, if this is what y'all want to do, y'all want to push her to the front and push me.
You still there?
I think you went out.
Mic cut off.
Oh, Lord.
She'll come back up.
So she said that she didn't feel appreciated in this space. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm so sick of this hearing that shit. I don't know what to do. Anyone has the right to report on UMAR the Oompa Loompa. They should not be subjected to one or two people that think they control something. That is how you give them more power, by actually validating some sector or space. This isn't a space. It's YouTube. It's the fucking internet. And people can talk about what they want to talk about. The end. I don't allow anybody to put me in a box. That's why when I realized or learned of this, I could say very easily she lied, because there were no court documents. And now you see clearly this check is not a real check. It's an advertisement. She didn't have to like it. I don't give a damn if MALware liked my feedback. But here in the United States of America, where the First Amendment is still a real thing, I have the right to express my criticism. It is not a violation of copyright laws because you don't like it. And this one is sitting here talking about I'm not appreciating this space. What are you talking about? What does that have to do with this fake ass lawsuit? Good grief. Is that why you came forward? Because you want people to just appreciate you in a space? Girl. Let me tell you something. Just because somebody's up in age doesn't mean that they have wisdom. You got a lot of old fools out here. UMAR is one of them. But I don't expect to hear shit like this from somebody that claims to have some level of intelligence. She went and did her thing on her own channel. Then you make the most of it. If people find you interesting, they will support you and listen to you. If not, they won't. It is what it is. But to hear her say that when the goal should be UMAR is out here scamming people like hell, and he takes advantage of women along the way. As opposed to you looking for confirmation in a space where you're limiting yourself, really. You're not thinking about, okay, let me make sure that he's held accountable for begging for money for over 14 years and expecting everybody to take care of his grown sloppy ass. No. How dare you value what she says over me? And you get mad when people call you out on it. You just said it. She just said it. Oh my God. So this space is so grimy. Y'all don't love me.
And I would have been like, okay, you need to come with the brill. Like, what are we doing here? Because I need to know how to play this. To cover you and to cover myself, because I aligned myself.
Oh my God.
But he took it completely. And I think that's just the impulse. I don't think that he was on no saving face or, correcting course. I think it was just the impulse. Like, he was out of sorts too.
So I say this. Somebody put in a chat and talk about.
Yeah, shout out to Mindy for gifting 5 LLC Sweet Tea memberships. Oh, thank you so much, dear heart. Thank Mindy if you guys got a membership. I hope you all enjoy it. Hopefully, I'll be able to actually give out the 10 free ones that I get. Starting next month, maybe. Well, we'll see how this is going. I don't know what's going on. I couldn't give them out. I don't know why. I don't know why. Can't tell you all why. Let me try to see if I can. While this is live. Can't tell y'all why though. It just would let me. No, it won't let me give out free memberships. So crazy. Okay, I gotta try it again. I'm gonna try it again. All right, let's get back to it. I'm gonna try it again because I gotta figure out why I can't give out memberships. This is crazy as hell. I should be able to do that. But thank you, Mindy. I appreciate you, honey. Mama, love you. Thank you for the support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's get back to it.
I think he overlooked the farm. If this man could get blueprints to this motherfucking mama's house, he could have seen that because he posted up there and left it. And then another thing she said, let the back linger. On purpose. Yeah, she said, let the back linger.
Let the front linger too much.
Yes. Shit, I don't like UMAR. I ain't mad at it. Even if they set it up, include me in what the play is so we can get his ass down.
I can respect that. I can respect that if you be like, I don't like
because he's grimy. He's doing grimy, but Lennon was hiding stuff. He not hiding. He was keeping things back. Like when he took down my interview about his backstory, he has been very too fair with UMAR, but that's because Lennon has never been in a space with UMAR. He does not know who he is. UMAR is not like, okay, yeah, you're right, dude. I need to do. No, he's gonna be like, ha ha ha, you fool.
So
UMAR is wicked. He's evil, and Lennon keeps giving him.
What is they beef over him and Leonard?
Lennon called him out. UMAR is not
one of the longest ones that been going against UMAR and what he out here trying to sell.
Yeah, and that's enough for UMAR.
And this is another thing. Why is everybody acting like Poetic Flacco was not part of UMAR clan? He's making all these videos coming at UMAR when he wasn't part of it to dox Leonard.
People wake up. I give anybody
a chance to wake up. I got down off the panel when I was up there with him because I felt like he was just coming over there to get the scoop. He's gonna make a video, and ain't nobody gonna watch none of the KKC videos no more because he didn't. It's like he broke the story to the mainstream. He was coming up, soak up all the information. I'm like, let me get the fuck down off of here.
Oh,
because Flacco, like I watched him.
He said he was gonna give him credit, but he said he was gonna give him credit, but still, you're the bigger name. And once he breaks the story out, nobody's gonna watch it.
With them LA.
Poetic Flacco built his channel up kissing Umar's left nutsack. And then once he got to the point where he had enough numbers and to get a lot more notoriety, then he just kind of, I guess, turned the light out. I mean, and it's crazy because he knew he was on video calls and live streams where they're giving out people's personal information. That's why I can't understand how you can have these same people turn around and do the same shit to others that was done to them. How do you go out and say, I'm a victim because he doxed me? And then you turn around and you dox someone else. You turn around, you're getting hit, you sending out false copyright strikes to try to get people's personal information. But you know that's what UMAR was doing. And you're a victim of that. And you didn't like how that felt. Why would you turn around and do the same shit? It's the hypocrisy for me. That's disgusting. And for some reason, Poetic Flacco is supposed to be given a pass. Why? What he did was a crime. Doxing is illegal. That's why you shouldn't do it. It's a violation of law. But no. Let's give Poetic Flacco and everybody a pass, I guess. Why would you give him one if you don't give UMAR one? So one person gets to break the law and it's cool because he saw the light, but the other one doesn't? Make it make sense? F out of here.
Dudes, and he played too many games with dangerous people that he's a civilian when he want to be, but the whole thing when you was doxing people and harassing
never even apologized.
Like Leonard, I wouldn't play with Flacco. You make fake accounts with dating profiles and doing dudes acting. That's why I said with UMAR I was doubtful because they already made fake accounts doing it.
Yeah, they're grimy.
Yeah, doing it to Leonard. If you did that to me, it's like it's all. I'm not gonna handle it like that. I'm just looking for us to handle it face to face.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you're not that type of person, we can't put past. Like you can't tell nobody how to react to disrespect. So if he even used that fake check or did the same things to him, UMAR and them opened the door for that.
But even with my stuff, they try to act like I was wrong for being emotional about it. Like this man put my son is 16. He's got, autism. He put him, doxed him up there. What are you talking about? And then you're going to sit up here and tell me she has more valid validity with being upset because he almost sued her over and her $500,000 That tells me my work in this space.
Because before I used
why we ain't see nothing for that?
Is that right there? That tells me my worth in this space. What do you mean? Why are you trying to compare yourself to somebody else? If she did not, think about this, if MALware did not sleep with UMAR, then they have two different backgrounds. Their stories are not going to be the same. You have one that was in a romantic relationship that was also the caretaker for his mother. You have another one that allowed him to butcher her already bad film and claim damages from that. They don't have the same scenario. So your worth should not be compared to what she had going on, because both of you all's interactions with UMAR, your stories, your backgrounds were completely different. And if you believe that you were victimized, no one can come and take that away. What the fuck is? Oh God. Okay, yeah. Y'all see what I mean when I say I don't have to tip it? This is crazy as hell. You don't value your worth based on someone else's story. That's so fucking childish.
I was part of the lawsuit with my father. They mailed it to me. I read it. Then my father's wife called me and told me like, hey, and was trying to be nice to me. But she ain't showing none of that. So and then how you go from suing this dude to we just want to hear the plans of what you're going to do for the school.
Right. That didn't make sense to me neither. At first I thought she was being set up. But then when you take a step back and look at it, kind of looked like she was setting it up to cover up her lie about the money. And that's another reason why that was just another way she can say she ain't got the money no more. Oh, she spent it on the lawyer.
You know what? She probably another angle to give her the benefit of the doubt, but it's still a lie. They probably just settled on it. Like they went to mediation and he told her, I'm not going to take your stuff from you. We just going to drop it. But that don't sound polarizing. So now I can say, well, I got him for this check and now we're going to do a class action. Because even a class action, that was too quick. They litigated and everything too quick.
Right.
Because even
everything happened so quick.
Everything I went over there in that chat, they picked up everything except for I said all of this. I said I have an attorney working on a case. He ain't with me every other day with an update. He doesn't move that fast. Nothing moves. Court don't even move that fast. It took me a month for an ex parte.
Yeah, UMAR doesn't have the money to do any of this stuff.
No, he doesn't.
Y'all. Now I know I've seen my Chaos Brew go over this a couple times. An ex parte is she makes it sound like it's an automatic hearing. You can have an ex parte hearing for matters regarding protection or restraining order. However, that is not what occurred in her case. She didn't get an ex parte hearing. An ex parte typically relates to communication with the judge, where you have one party communicating with the judge without the other party. So for her to say ex parte, that's not a standard type of hearing. You can get an ex parte hearing for a restraining protection order, depending on what type of injunction you're seeking. Otherwise, ex parte relates to the communication, where one party is communicating with the judge without the other party. And in most circumstances, that is for the communication, that would be illegal. Judge can't communicate with one party over the other without the other party knowing or consenting to that. And most times they wouldn't, because it could create some level of bias. Like, to hear her say that out of context, it's like, that's not what do you mean? You didn't have an ex parte hearing for the petition on a restraining or protection order, whatever she was trying to get. She ended up having a regular hearing for that petition. That's it. It was not an ex parte. I mean,
I try to tell them trip scenes. I've been telling people, and you know what? Have y'all ever had something that you've been screaming so loud that people are willfully dense, like they don't want to listen?
Yep.
There are people that are behind the scene. They go
Lord,
from, and I'm not gonna call them out. I'm gonna let them live another day. But they go from content creator to content creator with information. And I have told them this story that you run with. If this is what y'all want to do, y'all want to push her to the front and push me.
You still there?
I think she went out.
If y'all want to push her to the front and push me, and then that's it. God was like, nope. Because that makes no sense. Why are you competing? This is not a competition. If your story is credible, it's credible. If it's not, it is what it is. How do you even try to even think like that? Y'all not pushing me to the front. Y'all pushing her to the front. Y'all pushing me to the back. What do you mean? I don't see her like it shouldn't even be. There's no comparison if y'all don't even have the same backstory. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
She'll come back up in a second.
They should have finished with their live stream.
Okay. Whoever that just sent that cash app, I can't see it right now. I can see it as a cash app. Whoever sent the cash app, I appreciate it.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you kindly.
Go ahead and drop it down and then drop the link again. She'll come back up.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's crazy. I think we just ain't pay attention. I think most of us really ain't care. Like, we more concerned about the school than what her lawsuit was about to tell the truth. At least on my behalf, I didn't really study that, you know? I didn't like him trying to take her house from her kids and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No proof of a lawsuit. We just I can't take people's words for stuff like that when it should be easily accessible on the internet.
And like I told them on KKC channel, that investigation shit, I could tell you that's bullshit. Because the feds ain't telling you
that was moving too quick too.
They just gonna come grab you after they done did everything. And the feds will go years before they grab you. They would let you get arrested, do time for some other shit, and then scoop you up.
Yeah, Lennon just went live. Keeping my word to address you all tonight. Hopefully it's better than Mary Ann's because she gave us 30 minutes of address.
It's gonna take him 2 hours before he gets to the point.
That's what I'm saying. Let that rock out for him. He got to read super chats for the first hour.
He might go ahead and address this because this is not good.
Well, let's flip back and forth and see where he at, you know.
Yeah.
Now you need to donate to them abandoned buildings. Pay for them dumpsters.
Miss Lene, the link is still.
Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button. I don't have like a minimum for the stream or anything. Just hit the like button and support the channel if you can. If not, hit the like button and hype this stuff up. Because, you know, the more views on it, the more YouTube has to pay me. Yeah. This is so crazy.
To the top of the chat. Maybe she came back in.
Go ahead and put it back up, bro.
That's what I'm about to do. Oh shit, no, now she left.
So,
if you, there she goes.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I get
stream is nice.
Called, yeah, I try to warn everybody. I've been saying it. People, and I remember all of the people. Like, oh no, that's not what it is.
Guess who in the backstage?
Wait a second. Before you pull her up, I just want to say this right now. You gonna watch your tone when you're up here, because you ain't gonna be over here screaming and hollering like you was at Lennon's.
Go ahead, Marianne.
Yeah.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Hold on. Where'd she go? Oh, she dropped back down. She dropped down. No, there she go.
Hello.
There she go.
I guess might be good, y'all.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
I kind of want to join the panel and kind of talk to you guys. First of all, Uncle Mo, I don't really know you personally, and I did put.
She doesn't know any of them personally. You just go ahead and just put that out there right now. She knows none of them personally. Okay. The end. That's it.
A piece of your video up, and I didn't know all this fiasco was going to take place. And you did champion for me, and you got caught in the line of fire. And I do want to extend an apology. Thank you for standing up for me, and I'm sorry. Your video was the video that was up while this whole thing goes down.
So I don't mind you using the content. Like I told them, the only issue I would have if all of this come out not to be true, I tell you, my beef with UMAR is the school and stealing from the women in the community. But I will never champion for a man trying to take from a woman, trying to steal from your kids and all that.
Exactly.
I still feel the same way about that. That's some sucker stuff.
And thank you. And then you know what? I got really emotional last night when I connected with Mr. Honor. All respect, no disrespect. Mr. Honor and I have a pattern of communication. I'm not foul where I'm gonna expose our conversation, but because of the shift that I work and because of the shift you work, we either communicate late in the evening or we communicate extremely early in the morning. He hit me with a text.
I hear the ringing too.
When it's my sleeping time, I go down because I work third shift. Okay, so he hits me.
Y'all, y'all listen to this. Oh, it was my nap time. How dare he disturb my nap? You know, I gotta get a nap. I have a baba and a binky and a nap, a passy. I have all the things that help me curtle off with Teddy and get some sleep. You know, because reasons. How dare he disrupt me in my nap? It was my nap. How old is
she? With this, hold on for a second. He hits me with this with this text, and he didn't even give me not even 6 hours to respond. It wasn't when he sent it. It wasn't even 6 hours.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
So is, like, we have a rapport. You brought me to YouTube. Okay, you introduced me to YouTube, and I appreciate that. You and I have a rapport. I bounce everything on you. If there was a discrepancy with this check, and then that check that made the round, I gave him that check. If there was a discrepancy with the check, hey, something came up. We need to regroup here. What's going on? I screenshot him that check in September. He's cybersecurity. And you know what? And if you guys look at the video that I dropped at the end, I said, all responsibility falls on me. I should have been more vigilant when that check was given to me before I screenshot it and give it to him. UMAR moves dirty. UMAR sneaky. Mr. Lennon on the live chat, well, is this a mortgage check? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I screenshotted you. If you had questions, these are questions that should have been asked in September. You're putting me on Front Street. I don't know what he was talking about. And then that number, he said there's a number. We reach out to that number. These people, that number been in service. Uncle Mo, you can check. 2 years they had this number. 2 years. So I'm saying, I'm like, I don't know where Mr. Honor. I said I took full responsibility. I gave you the check, but this is a check that was given to me. If you had questions should go. And then that content creator who a YouTube person brought it to their attention. I don't care for that guy, but you know what? In my video, you know what I said? I said salute and respect, because I am big on accountability. He's like, hey, there's a discrepancy. She did give this to Leonard. Leonard Honor. They need to explain. You know what? I wish when I went back, we had to sign the disclosure. That's where I should have took a picture of the check and forwarded it to him. And then I always told Mr. Leonard, please guard my info, protect me. Everything that I forward to him. Listen, I ain't got to lie to you guys. There's no reason. My house is worth more. People are like, oh, all she got to say is her house is worth $68,000. I'm not flexing, Uncle Mo. I'm not flexing, Ram Run. My house is not worth $68,000. I'm not flexing. I don't have to flex. My house is worth more than $68,000. You understand? And I regret when I went to Chase. And you know why? You're like, well, Miriam, that's suspect. You're not the only one that said it. Why would you take a check and deposit it in an account that's not yours? I don't trust UMAR. I don't trust UMAR. I don't trust him as far as I can go. And I'm like, nah, we're going to open an account. It's going to clear. You know, listen, I'm a person that played chess. We thought we were going to get him. That check was going to bounce. In the state of Ohio, if you deposit a check, they don't play in this state. They don't play. You're looking at time. You know what I'm saying? It's very serious when you pass a bad check. So this is how we thought we're going to trip them up. The check cleared. And I kept Mr. Honor informed. When the check cleared, I told him. When I opened the account I deposited Chase, I told him. I kept you informed. The nature of relationship regarding UMAR, I kept you informed.
Y'all, it's funny how crime somehow is more severe in one state than the other. Ain't that a trip? So no. In the state of Ohio, obviously check fraud is so serious. But it's not serious in any other state in the United States of America, you know, because reasons. The hell? Check fraud is a felony no matter where you go. What are you talking about? This is what she just said. She just told on herself. We thought we were going to trip him up with that check. It's like, you know, I'm going to take down UMAR by any means necessary, including lying about a lawsuit or a check or a settlement or an ombudsman. Or that microwave going in the background. I hear somebody heating up food. And then it turns out that, we really don't have time for other people to lie like hell. Because it takes down our credibility. Never mind that. She still has yet to sincerely apologize and acknowledge that she lied. She doesn't care that the rest of our channels took an integral hit. Because I guess she thinks that we're just supposed to all just be liars like her ass. We don't need to lie on UMAR. When the truth itself is enough, all we got to do is play his videos of him giving out other people's addresses. That's severe in and of itself. That is a crime in and of itself. All that cyber doxing and harassment and threatening and targeting he was doing, cyberbullying. That's criminal activity that the FBI would investigate if it gets reported to them. So why would we need to lie about a lawsuit when anyone can just file an FBI complaint on him doxing people, including minor children? What the F is wrong with these people? It's like the Shango stick. It makes them stupid. It doesn't like make them just crazy. You know, I was about to say something and go there, but I'm not. Oh man, that one orgasm just caused him to lose all processes of thought. He can't make this.
You and I, you know, I hit you with information.
Yeah, I'm so glad we have a second
Why
time.
is there a discrepancy? You didn't touch base with me. And then, you know, I can stand along with it. The way he did it was not cool. The way he did it was just sloppy. He should have touched base with me. You and I have great communication. Miriam, what's going on? This is going to come up. You know what it is? He panicked. He panicked because this man did his homework. I don't know. These people came out and he wanted to beat them to the punch, and the thing came out sloppy and dirty. Sloppy and dirty.
I got a question.
Yes.
Are you still going to deal with Honor?
Listen, I'm not a person of hate, but I'm going to tell you something, Uncle Mo, Run. I want y'all to listen to me carefully. When I ran up with, I've never met him in person. We just talked by phone and by inbox. When I ran up on Mr. Leonard, I'm like, this is somebody who understands the level of UMAR, and this is somebody who understands where my passion, we got to get UMAR. He understood UMAR. What upset me with him, it's like 10 years. I think he said he's been doing research for 10 or 12 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 10 or 12 years? Please.
Yeah, how dare you have morals? how dare you not go along this lie with me? You know, I figured he hated UMAR like I did, and he just wanted to take him down by any means necessary. And he would just fall in line with this lie. And, you know, we'll just keep lying together. Yeah, he's just going to take my side no matter what. And if that lie doesn't make sense, he's supposed to call me in between my nap. And then we come up with another lie. But we're supposed to lie together. How dare he not hate me and my dumbass lie? We're supposed to be in this together, Leonard, Leopold, Leonidas. How dare you, Leonidas? Larry. You're supposed to have my back, leopard. His damn name she calling him. His name is Lennon. Lennon, you muppet head woman.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm new to this, but like I told him before,
it's been about 12 years.
Okay.
Like I told him, if he got blueprints to this dude mama house, he should have checked all that before he put it on there.
So listen to this.
And now he apologizing.
Okay, I have a question.
Listen, hold on, guys. He's been doing research for 12 years. And then you're going to give us this document. I make film. I don't even touch documentary. So I'm like in line waiting for this documentary. You understand? And then any content creator that has a video on UMAR, you're usually used as a cross-reference. I felt blindsided yesterday. I felt, what is the end game? We can make video. We can laugh on you. I'm the type of person, I like action. Action. What is the end game? I don't know what his end game is. I thought we were on the same side. And you know what? I don't understand cybersecurity. He told me
cybersecurity.
Okay, I don't understand cybersecurity.
I do IT shit for the Navy. I work for the well, I don't want to put like exactly where I work for, but I deal with information and warfare.
Okay,
I can tell you I used to work at.
He said, when I said, you know what? Let's bring UMAR up here. Let's bring UMAR because I was furious with him. He's talking about he's gonna pay UMAR $5,000. I'm like, you gonna pay him $5,000?
Oh yes, I love that.
Our goal is to make sure UMAR don't get another penny. You're gonna pay him $5,000. I said, well, let me help you. Let me call him now. And then UMAR picked up. He blocked the call.
Yeah, he was supposed to, because that's not a space to invite UMAR in. You know, you have other people that are in that space other than you that have a problem with him. If you open and you say you started and spearheaded a federal investigation, why would you call?
I'm not an investigator. I took an initiative.
I didn't say that you was. I said that why would you call someone that has victimized people into a space? I was in that space. I don't want to deal with you.
I was in my emotion. He's talking about paying UMAR $5,000. I'm like, well, let me help you. I'll call him for you. Now, maybe that was a poor move on my part. On my part.
Oh my God.
So the reason I say I don't understand cybersecurity, he didn't have to engage in conversation. But I think
it's not even about cybersecurity, Marianne. It's about morale. You say that you are about integrity. What?
Lene, let me go there with you. Let me go there with you.
You got a lot to say about me on
this. She said, let me go there with you. Let me go there with you. Oh, Muppet MALware. He said, Renee, Renner. Renita. All of a sudden, the first letter of her name is no longer an L. It's an R. Renita, Renee, Rachel. Oh my God. MALware, you have no respect at all, you heifer. You just refuse to say a name correct. That's why I don't mind people just saying LLC, because I believe Lady Luck Club would just be too much for MALware. It will be too much. It will be an overload in her brain, whatever's left of it. And you know, sea turtles are supposed to be smart as hell.
Let's go there. Let's
Lene, I mean, calm down. I'm talking to you politely. We don't got it.
Oh, the hell you not?
You don't see me raving.
Lene.
Just say what you need to say, because you can't handle me.
You reach.
Look, why couldn't you keep that same energy up the next day? Hold on. So you mean to tell me you're gonna mispronounce my name several times and then say I'm not disrespecting you? You're disrespecting me by mispronouncing my name on purpose, Muppet. MALware. That's very malicious of you to sit here and to mispronounce someone's name repetitively. That is the ultimate sign of disrespect, you dumb Muppet. While you sitting out here filing false copyright strikes. It's funny how they are besties now. Can you believe it?
Talk to me. You said something about you reach out to me, and then I responded, thank you. But
why did I reach out to you?
You reached out something about, you said, I want to help you. Do you want me to read it public? Well, you posted public. I don't know if you put the whole thing. If I'm having a private conversation with you, you reach out to me, and then you post the conversation public.
Let's be transparent. I reached out to you because I was interested in including you into a class action suit before I talked to my attorney. Let's be transparent. I didn't come to you for any other reason other than that.
So Lene, hello?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah. When you reached out to me, you said, I want to help you. I need you to give me all the information. We can read word for word. If Uncle
do it word for word.
Email, I would be more than happy to hit them with the thing. What did I say? I wasn't rude. I said no.
You had your own attorney.
I have my own. And Lene, you know what I said that? I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. Let me tell you.
Did we have a problem with that? Did we have a problem?
But the problem I had is you posted that publicly.
We had no problems with having your attorney. I wasn't nasty. I wasn't vile. I wished you well, and I continue to publicly support you and privately support you. Let's keep moving forward.
You post a private conversation publicly, Lene. I have like 15 people that screenshot it and send it to me. Come on, Lene. Come on. I got 15 people who screenshot.
I'm gonna be honest. I do not feel bad right now because she filed false copyright strikes and blamed Manny. I can't say I feel bad, MALware, you Muppet, because you violated and abused laws to try to retaliate against people, against content creators. Because you didn't like the fact that we said we didn't like your film. It was dumb and boring and about UMAR. Who gives a fuck? I have the right to my opinion with that. And you have the right to hate my guts until God returns. What you will not see me doing is violating laws to try to retaliate against you. You're not even worth me doing that for, especially when I know YouTube can take down my channel for filing false copyright strikes. Don't you think all these content creators are going to be advocating for that to happen? Stop fucking around with us, girl. I had to get that out. Thank y'all for letting me get that out.
Wait, was the conversation between y'all two?
Okay.
Was the conversation between y'all two?
Yes, between her and I. And let me tell you why I told her no, thank you.
I'm gonna drop down. I'm not trying to interrupt anybody. I'm gonna drop down and come back up because I can't hear what's being said. And this is something you got to stay on top of for clarity, transparency, and accuracy. So I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, this call is recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. Y'all, it's like calling into a bake. Dollar Tree Family Dollar Bake, to be exact. And then the customer service agent said, this call is recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. That's what I feel like I just heard with this. You got to stay on top of it for clarity, transparency, and accuracy. 3 words that neither of them are familiar with.
I'm sorry if I'm interrupting anybody talking.
No, you good.
So the reason I shy away from getting involved in a class action suit, they didn't want to touch the lady that had those kids. UMAR stole her money. They're like, it's too complicated when there's a romantic dynamic. And then Lene had a romantic dynamic.
That's not something a well-established attorney will tell you. It's so dumb. They're gonna look at that and say, you know what? We're gonna have to frame this as a romance scam. And then the judge and jury will have sympathy because they realize that not only have you been duped, you were duped emotionally as well as financially. See, a smart attorney knows how to phrase that and frame it to where it shows that he's willing to go however far he needs to go to scam somebody. UMAR could care less if a grown woman takes care of his grown ass and feeds him and pays all the bills and stuff. He don't care about that. He wanted to charge women $500 for some mysterious luncheon date or some shit. That's a romance scam. And you're going to sit here and try to romance all these women for $500. You pimping yourself out. So that's prostitution. That's illegal. It's just, it's illegal prostitution. And then you want to have these women believe that somehow you're romancing them. You're taking them to the candlelight dinner. Just because you think that the content of the conversation is going to be about some aspiration does not mean that you're not trying to scam them by weaponizing their feelings and emotions of you. You got some women that are crazy enough to think that if I just get 5 minutes of UMAR's attention, I'll be able to change his life for the better. He's going to be with me and no one else but me. If I have a baby with him, he's going to marry me and he's going to take care of our child. You got women that are dumb enough to think that, despite his history and pattern of behavior. So you're talking about having gullible ass women give up $500 to try to get close to him. And then all he's going to do is weaponize that. And you mean to tell me that a smart, intelligent, and well-seasoned attorney cannot take that and use that in their favor? Get the F out of here. This is coming from someone who's not a lawyer, by the way. Like, MALware is not an attorney. Nor did she ever have one or at least have a lawsuit filed. Because, there was no evidence of that shit. So what she's saying is absolutely ludicrous. And no attorney would ever say that. None.
Dynamic with Umar Johnson. And then there was, out of the 40 of us, there's 2 of them. Good and I share this with y'all that rolled in the bed with Umar. They weren't even comfortable with those two. They had to really vet them before we move forward. Listen, they're in the conscious community. I need y'all to understand. People run with stuff and people are not understanding. They don't want to go to court. In the conscious community, I'm not making it up. Y'all can visit any conscious community. In the conscious community, they don't believe in going to court. They use that for a last resort. You understand? So they wanted to sit down with UMAR. But I know how UMAR moved. I said, you know what? I know in the community, court is the last resort. We can't sit down with a thief. This man will pickpocket you while you're sitting down. You're trying to negotiate with him. If we go into a court that will corner him, he won't be able to wingle. In order to get result with UMAR, you got to put him in a space where he has to answer to authority. They didn't want to do that. Okay, they didn't want to do that.
The chat has a couple of questions. So everybody wants to know why you didn't take a picture or a screenshot of the actual check, because the check that was shown.
Listen, the check that UMAR gave to me, I screenshot it. I gave it to Leonard Honor. That was in September. UMAR did not go to the bank. I don't know what they finagled, what they got. When we came.
That right there is why I don't have the temperament for this. She literally cut her off mid-question. I want y'all to understand something right now. No one would be able to do that to me because I will mute their ass in a minute. If I let any guest that comes up into the LLC talk a lot more than me, is because I'm allowing that to happen. But you're not going to cut me off and I'm in the middle of a damn question. I will mute your ass. I'll put you in check and then we're going to get back to it. And if you don't like it, you are free to step your ass off of my platform. You can't make this up. That was so irritating to hear. Listen, no. The f you doing? I'm still asking a question. Where do you think you at? You came up here. And if you all notice, they did not invite her up. She just clicked the link and went backstage. Thought she was just going to talk to the men only. Screw the women. And that's it. MALware does have a complex, if you can't tell, where she's not stunned. None of the women, like she has no, I think her and Lene was just kind of, LS is just kind of going back and forth with each other. But she showed no respect to Trip C. And then the next one, you'll see she does the same thing when it comes to my chaos. Like, I don't know what it is. She too busy trying to appeal to Uncle Mo and Remy. She won't stun anybody else. And it's like, what is wrong with you? You don't cut somebody off mid-question like that. That was rude as hell. And she think people supposed to let her do this. The hell? You wouldn't have been able to do that with me, MALware. I would have cussed your ass out.
And did the signing. And I said that when I got on the scene. When we came and get the signing, I'm like, I wish during the time of the signing, that's the check I screenshot and sent to Miss Honor. When I went to Chase to deposit a check, I regret I didn't screenshot. Listen, I'm gonna post the receipt. The account from Chase is closed. They have to. You're from cybersecurity. Please enlighten them. So okay, they're like, yes. I'm gonna, like please let me answer the question. They're gonna provide me a receipt, and then from my Huntington Bank, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it.
Can we get back to?
Hold on. I have an easier way for you.
I don't want people to think that I maliciously came, because this is what I am not that type of person. Marianne, when you came on the scene, I openly embraced you. I embraced you behind the curtain.
And Renee, was I not kind to you too? I was kind to you.
No. Let me explain to you when you got nasty. I'm gonna bring you full scope, so you're not confused. When you asked me to come to Ohio, you reached out to me on, I think it was a Tuesday. Friday, you were looking for me to come. And honey, the way that I felt about you coming out, I would have dropped it for the next day and been out there. But I own a business. I work also third shift.
So this one just comes back in and overtalks as well. Did they not realize Trip C is the host of this platform? This is not their channel. Yeah, this is why, listen, all content creators need to get comfortable with using that mute button. I would have muted both of them. We're not doing this. I will say what I need to say up here. Hell no. That shit is rude. What's wrong with them? It's like this conscious community thinks they better than somebody when they don't know laws and talking about sovereign citizen. Shit that doesn't work in court. And they all scared to sue UMAR Johnson. Can you believe it? But this is their arrogance on display. Way too much pride and ego. None of them are humble. None of them. UMAR being the dumbass leader and polite. It's not a coincidence that you see two of these from this conscious community and they both act the same way. They're both rude as fuck. They are rude as hell. Well, I was saying, I'm like, man, I wish I would have, if I would have been on that platform, I would have had them both muted. I was like, Tripsy, you got to mute them. Nope, that's not what we're going to do. Both of y'all shut the hell up. Kidding me? And would have eaten them and slept peacefully. It would not bother me at all.
I have a 16-year-old. And as a mother, as a woman that works in a business owner, I would only hope that you would understand that I can't just drop everything and run to Ohio to sit down and do an interview with you. Okay? You told me.
I don't know where you're getting at with this interview. We agreed we weren't going to do the interview, Renee.
No, that's not what happened. What happened was
you put our conversation.
And I'm about to bring it full circle. So because we're not going to be like, oh, she just dropped our personal correspondence out there for the world without a reason. I'm telling you why. So you then, I told you I could come the next Friday or whenever our schedule's free up. You told me, you said you were off Friday. I don't know if you're aware of, wait a minute. I don't know if you're aware of how you come off, Marianne, but you're very nasty to people. And see,
both of y'all come off rude as hell. Both of y'all are rude as hell. You cut people off. You don't let people finish the sentence or a question. And you over talking each other. You both are rude as fuck. The hell wrong with these two? It's almost annoying. Y'all. Oh, that's such a pet peeve. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And I know Trip C was trying to be nice. But this would have been one of these conversations where I'm like, I'm finna mute both of y'all asses. And when I'm ready for either of you to talk, I will take you off mute. Unmute yourself if you want to. I kick you off my platform. Are you kidding? I know Trip C was trying to be nice to them. And I get sometimes, you know, we as content creators and independent journalists and stuff, we want the people to be able to say, sometimes they tell on themselves, they put their foot in their mouths. You want them to be able to say those things and then you have it and all of that, but not at the expense of the disrespect. There still has to be some level of order maintained on the platform, because otherwise people are going to think they can just get away with doing this. And then, you know, every guest you have, they'll come on and do the same thing. This is one of these situations where right now their argument is dumb and it's worth interrupting and telling them both to shut the hell up for 5 seconds. And you say what needs to be said. You remind them where they are and that they're going to respect your platform, because this is crazy.
The difference, and I think that you're used to being around people that you feel like that you can throw temper tantrums or bully. And I'm not hurt.
I'm not a bully.
Okay.
I told you that was Monday through Thursday. I'm
so let's go forward. I don't want to get stuck there because you've done other things. You came out, you shamed Aoife. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what? No, let me finish. You knew that I practiced Aoife. You shamed me for laying down with UMAR. And I know that it is because I don't know if you have a thing for him or what,
I have
but you
no
stayed on me.
My relationship with UMAR was strictly professional.
Because I had a sexual encounter with a man that you wanted.
No one.
I never wanted.
Who needs to repeat that? I wouldn't even, let's say she did not know that. Now she knows. Why? I wouldn't even put that out there. Listen, if it's something you deep down feeling ashamed of, I wouldn't even repeat it. Keep that myself. I'm not going to tell anybody. Beyond the ones that know already. If you don't know, then I'm going to just make sure to stay that way. Sometimes you tell on yourself. You know how many people utilize YouTube? Over 1 billion users. Everyone doesn't know who she is. Why make it worse by repeating this everywhere you go? It might be a chance that you might grow an audience that may not fully know all the details. And if you don't want them to be so-called, as she put it, judgmental, I guess is what she's reaching for, then don't say it. You know, because it's that simple. Don't say it. But if you got to, you know, it seems like she wants people to not be judgmental on it. And who is? Child boo. Her encounters do not pay my rent. I don't care. But if you continue to harper on it and then talk about how people are shaming you, you're bringing unwanted attention to the situation. And then people will start doing that because you just spoke it into existence. I don't even know why she keeps repeating that. It's like she's worried about people shaming her for something that we don't need to know. I mean, I don't care. Personally, I don't care. I don't care.
So we're gonna go there.
You
I do not want
you absolutely are one of those females that shame women for dating a man that I didn't know was going to end up being my abusers. This is coming from a woman who wrote
Renee,
a book
I show you
about
nothing but
domestic
kindness and
violence.
respect. Renee, I spoke to you twice.
Oh.
You spoke about me many times before that. You don't remember being on Lennon's platform shaming me and calling me fish tank and all those other things.
Oh,
you
that's
don't
not
remember
true.
that?
That's not. I never call you fish tank. I
well,
said
whatever.
You misunderstood. I said
if you knew that was a problem,
if
there was no problem, Marianne, if there was no problem, why have you not reached out to see what my issue was?
You blocked me.
No. You have my phone number.
You blocked.
I blocked you on social media. You have my phone number.
I talked to you once. I didn't lock you on my phone. We spoke once.
Okay, I'll give you the benefit out of the doubt on that.
Yeah,
okay? But you went to Lennon. You didn't come to me.
I spoke to you once on the telephone, and then we had one.
She said, "I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt." Either you got evidence that she said that, or you don't. I mean, wouldn't it be easy to just pull up the video where she said it? So, are you falsely accusing her of this? How's this going? Oh my God. So it's not like she just throwing stuff out there to see what sticks. That's not something you need to make up. I mean, if she said this about you, wouldn't you just be able to pull up the video? If I say Candace Owens said this in a video, I'll be able to actually go to the video and actually do a snippet with the closed caption on, so you can see the words on the screen. What is she saying? So she's saying you said this about me, but then, okay, I'll give you benefit of the doubt. What are we doing?
One exchange on Facebook, and then we left it at that. And then you aired a private conversation.
And you saw me publicly. Listen, Renee, I was standing with you in solidarity, and I was promoting, and you saw that. You started the conversation.
I never shamed you on his channel. You could ask him, and he'll verify that. I never shamed you. Okay, I think he probably misunderstood what I was saying.
That's not my consensus, and that's not what other people got from it.
No,
but we'll leave that there.
Okay.
We'll leave that there. But you have, then we bring up the federal investigation. Okay, the federal investigation. I told you that would affect other people other than you if you brought that information out. Do you realize I have sat down and did 4 interviews out of my own personal time? My time is valuable, and you went and you put that on the internet for content.
I put what on the internet for content? Renee, I'm part of the conscious community like UMAR. You have your stuff you didn't. I have my stuff I was setting up. UMAR tried to take my house, Renee.
I showed compassion for that.
And I have compassion for everybody that. Say, "Oh, that's 68. That's where my house is not valued at 68." I
want to know if you know this is a federal investigation, Marianne. Why would you link that to the public?
I don't know what you were having. You asked me to come on board, and I told you I already had an attorney.
I'm not talking about the class action. But even though you knew that I came to you with the class,
MALware, you have an attorney? Seriously, they didn't tell you what copyright laws are? Or DMCA? You know, it's mighty funny. You claim to have an attorney on retainer, and you won't ask that attorney questions. And then here you are listening to someone else that's not the attorney abusing federal laws. But you have an attorney? Who is your attorney? If it's Cookie Monster and Associates, I'm going to laugh for days. And I'm doing it in many, 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 many videos. You understand? Why would you listen to Manny if you have an attorney on retainer that can teach you about copyright laws? That's how stupid this is. This dumbass lie she tells.
You didn't even see fit to reach out to me and say, "Hey, all of those women, we're doing a class action."
Renee, The reason I didn't reach out to you, because I was championing for that woman. He went into her little bank account. He wiped her out. These people didn't want to touch her. They didn't even want to bring her in the fold. They're like, they don't want any woman that had romantic involvement.
That's what you ran, and that has been your population over there on your channel. Y'all have, and
no attorney would say that. Oh my God.
The crazy thing about all of this is that those women, us that have actually been with him, are going to be the ones when it's all said and done that they're going to want to hear from because of what is going on with him. And y'all,
you know what? I thought
none of us are fighting.
I thought, why not bring people he was like lovers with? These people had a stronger bond. They're like, it's too complicated in a court space when there's some dynamic of romance. I'm just telling you what was told.
I understand in the legal proceeding. I understand that because there have been blocks that I can't.
Nope. How do you understand that? And you can't even get the name of her attorney out of her. I would have been like, what attorney told you that? What's the attorney's name and the bar license number? What do you mean? That would not have, that wouldn't have been able to fly with me. What do you mean? Can you name this attorney? Oh, dear Lord.
Avenues I can't go because I actually lay down with him. I understand that.
And that's why I didn't bring you in. I would have brought you in a long time ago.
Not even to bring me in, but there's other women behind me, Marianne, that have been victimized and have had things done to them, but I don't bring their trauma out to the forefront and shame them for it.
Lenny, I don't shame anybody. Who have I shamed? Are you referring? I'm a type of person. I like to give you a backdrop so you can understand. I needed people to know he put this girl out. Lene. People need to know that.
Yeah, he's done a lot of terrible things.
He put her out of that. This girl was much younger than UMAR. He put her out the room. I need,
and my heart goes out to her. And the one that he wiped out financially, and some other women that you don't know about, things that he has done. That them women will deal with that for the rest of their lives. And I'm trying to explain to you. And then, you were not welcoming to me, and that's fine. You don't have to be. But you're in a sector.
I think you misread that.
No.
Oh my God, this is such a dumbass argument. I don't get it. Are you mad at her or not? It's like she's fishing for a reason to be mad at her, and he turns around and defends her. Oh, Lord have mercy, help us all. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, damn, UMAR, creating this nonsense and buffoonery. You know, we're having some good laughs and great content out of this. But deep down, you got to think about all the people on this panel just kind of saying to themselves, how the hell are these two taking over right now? Like, weren't we supposed to be watching Lyndon Honor's video?
Why did not, ma'am? I didn't. We are fighting the same battle and you were punching down.
No,
you were punching down.
You know what? If that's how you felt, I'm sorry.
Why would you bring up why would you bring up your neighbor having guns? You know that I brought that into this space not to intimidate, but it's just something I'm passionate about. You went on your channel and you had a whole spiel about how you feel about your neighbor having guns. Everything that I have brought up, you have
I've never even been to your channel. Listen. I'm by trade. I'm in healthcare. Their father was crashing as a diabetic. They came and got me. This man had a collection of a gun, like in a glass case. We live in the suburb, and I'm saying to myself, why these white people got all these guns?
Because that's what they do. You don't know that from being in the conscious community?
Because I don't break bread with them people like that. It's a friendly wave. Hello, goodbye. I don't invite them to my table, and I was really alone.
I'm saying just being aware of who you are. You're saying you're against. They're NRA. They're big on that. That's
it's got nothing to do with you. I've never been to your channel. I don't even know your YouTube page.
All of that, I'm willing to.
Every time I see you, as if you're on someone's If I turn to someone's channel, and then I would see you, and then sometimes I'll stay. I'm like, oh my God, let me see what's going on. I'll stay because I have a connection with you through Leonard. But if you felt that I came
These two women are grown with children. I don't even know what that gripe is against MALware. What the other one's gripe is against her. It's like she's fishing for a reason to be mad. And then y'all hear how she backs down on everything. How she just kind of backs off of it. Yeah, they are kind of big on the NRA. What are we talking about? What does the NRA have to do with any of this shit? What do you mean? Yeah, you know, that is a thing where, you know, the attorneys probably would say that. It's like every single little argument she wants to bring up, she just kind of backs off of it. Like, yeah, okay, well, I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt. Why did you bring this shit up? What are we doing?
Oh welcome. You really misread me. And then you know what?
I don't think so, Marianne, sweetie,
no,
because
I think
I am dealing with women that have had sexual relationships with Umar. Do you know how hard being women, how hard that is for even two exes to get along? I have been very welcoming to these women. I've been very welcoming to you. I'm not that type of person. Even now, I'm willing to even put that to the side and speak on the federal investigation situation.
We spoke once on the telephone, and we had one brief inbox conversation. You and I don't interact. I can't understand how you could form all this opinion. We never even met in person. We spoke.
No, it doesn't. You don't need to have
less than 10 minutes.
You don't have to have all of that interaction to get a vibe from someone, and for someone to go up on a platform and start talking about your belief system, start talking about
I'm part of the conscious community.
I never laid down with Umar, but all these women they laid down, and then I'm watching you. Women have entrusted you, but what happened? And you're re-victimizing them in that space.
Wrong for me to say I never laid down with them?
No, I'm not saying that that's not right. Let me clarify. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but the way that you were using it was that you were on some level of hierarchy because you did not lay down with him, and that's what this whole sector picked up, and they pushed you forward.
No, we didn't care. Like, let me tell you something. I don't know where she got that from. Y'all see why I don't sit here and agree with this whole concept of a sector? Because look how it's being described. Look how it's being described. Oh, the whole sector picked you up and put you in the forefront. No, because then that's implying that the whole sector was engaged in this bullshit competition you've created for yourself. This is not a competition. She was the one that was actually making videos and doing all the stuff that she was doing. It was just because she was making content and posting up content that was funny and interesting. It wasn't necessarily, oh, well, we can't talk about this because, you know, LS might feel some type of way and she's going to feel left behind. What are you talking about? She had the opportunity to create a channel and post up updates and videos the same way MALware did. Why not just do that? You're trying to speak for everyone that reported on Umar and say you got left behind because the stuff she was posting up was at the very least intriguing. It may have been flat out lies and bullshit, but it was intriguing enough to get our attention. While you didn't do any of that. It's okay if you don't post up videos and you're not really on social media like that. It might not be your personality. That's okay. You don't have to be in the spotlight. It might be best if you feel some type of way when people formulate a thought or opinion about you. It might be best that you don't get on social media because you might not be able to handle that. So it's like she's carrying on like she knows every single woman that Umar has ever been with. With the last little caretaker, the little 25-year-old. I mean, I've never seen anybody go out their way to try to go over there and find out who this girl is. For what? She's young and dumb. Who cares? My whole concern is this whole, claim of elder abuse, and then no one's calling 911 to get the woman out of the house. What do you mean? Another one didn't get her out the home and you had the opportunity to? Come on now. So this one admitted to protecting Umar. The other one was like, oh, well, wasn't that bad. Why are we here? God. So somehow she has to stay relevant. That's what I'm, getting out of this. You just got to be relevant. You need to be embraced and be number one head honcho, I guess, of all the Umar X's or whatever it is. The Umar X Club, where she's number one. She wants us all to know that. Y'all know that? LS is number one UMAR X. Y'all got it? Because, you know, she wants us all to know that. She wants us all to put her at the forefront of being the number one X of Umar Johnson. Got it? Good. So we can keep living.
Oh, no.
Yes, absolutely. But we're okay with that. I'll deal with that. That might be my perspective.
I don't care for Umar.
Okay, and neither do I. But the federal investigation, Miss Marianne, the federal investigation, I was very adamant about the class action, the federal. I can't tell you what to do with your case, but the federal investigation, that did not start from you.
Yeah,
that didn't start from you. There was one going on.
This is not a competition.
No, not at all. I'm not saying it's a competition. I'm saying as far as putting out information that this man. Hold on, because I want you to understand what I'm saying. Not a competition. I'm saying that you're putting out information that this man is using or could potentially use in order to sabotage an investigation that people are working hard on. You're not leading a federal investigation.
I'm not an agent. I told you I did everything humanly in my power to bring this to the proper authority, and I announced to YouTube. I didn't say anything until these people said there was merit. He's under investigation. That's when I.
Who told you he was under an investigation?
The detective. I said the bishop name on Leonard's show. I gave Leonard first and last name.
And how does that detective base?
Bishop is the head detective on this.
Okay, now follow me on this, Marianne. Miss Marianne, let me walk you through this.
Yes,
how can that man tell you before looking at the information that you brought in? This is just me and you talking. I don't care about nobody else. How can he tell you what will happen with the information that you brought in?
It wasn't the same day. This has been going for a while. A lot of information has been given to them. And then they wanted to see with everything that was gathered, if there was merit to move forward. From me, from some of the donors, everything to give.
This is because I've been through this process.
Lene, you were in a romantic state. As his donor, wasn't a romantic. Two of them were.
This doesn't have anything to do with this. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
The donor,
when you walk into a police station, I'm off of the romantic stuff. When you walk, I'm on business now. When you walk into a police station and you give them evidence that this is what you did. They can take the evidence, they can look over it, but they cannot give you, and I know this for a fact, because I've had to do it with him doxing and harassing me.
That's not how we
listen. They cannot tell you what's going to happen from that point.
This is crazy.
Okay, let me explain to you. Okay. I did not. I went to the headquarters. I sat down with a detective, and they were gathering. And
oh God! I went to the headquarters. I got a nickel. I talked to a dime piece, and then I got a penny. Oh, MALware, you need to read a book. You dumb muppet. Read a book. I'm so irritated at these false copyright strikes. I don't know what to do. What the hell is this headquarter gonna do? You know, one headquarter. What's the headquarter going to do? Should we flip the headquarter first? Is it heads or tails? I mean, what are we doing? What the hell are they supposed to do again? Yeah,
information. They were taking information. I gave a very first statement, and then a few of them had to give statement. I came back. I gave a third statement, and then I'm a very I said, can you please tell me what is the next step? They're like, okay, the investigation is starting here because there's a concentration of you guys that brought financial statement.
Okay.
To show proof that we have given money toward FDMG.
Okay,
so that was solid.
That was at your local. That's your local police station, correct?
No, it's not local police. It's at the headquarters.
Okay, the headquarters. But you were not in a federal building. This wasn't with the FBI.
No, I never said FBI. That's why I'm like, where did you guys get FBI?
You said a federal investigation. That's what that implies. Okay, so
I said he is fully. It is official. Umar is under investigation. There's no federal.
That's a lie. I pulled the video up. MALware. That is a flat out lie from the pit of hell. That video title at the time that I pulled it up was not changed. It might be now. I'm not gonna pull it now, but it said federal investigation. So you can kiss my ass. That's a flat out lie. Period. Go back to headquarters, call Bishop, and you're still lying about that damn title of the video. Girl.
You could go back. There's no federal in it. Okay. So when I asked, They explained
it was still
because
federal.
The 40 of you are here. Some of the money was giving from the state of Ohio. So the investigation start here. Because he resides in Philly,
they has to go to Philly.
It has to go to
Hold
Philly.
on. I got a question about that though. Why did when that somebody called down to the like department that you said that you were in, they have no record of you or UMAR?
That's not true. I don't know who said that. That is not true.
Did they give you a case number?
There's a case number, and then Detective Bishop is the head of detectives on that.
Okay, so you got a case?
No, yeah, he was a PO. Wasn't he like a probation officer? Like hell. Oh man. Oh Lord have mercy. Did we find out he was a probation officer or just a regular police officer? Y'all, headquarters. Oh my God. Y'all, isn't that background perfect? Lost in space. It's just like lost in space. It was like a whole nother galaxy here. That can't be a cloud. It's got to be a swirl of cotton candy. MALware, that's where your mind is, okay? She's not here with us on Earth in this reality. She's somewhere where clouds are cotton candy. And the sun is an orange. Literally. You can make the sun.
Number so that they did take the information. Have a case number.
God help us
so
all.
it may take about
Okay,
got what you're saying. Okay, so, I got what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay.
And then, but let me finish. I just want to finish. So they said Philly, from Philly is where
he would go to Delaware.
He'll get a notice, and then because the school is physically there, that's why Delaware is brought in it.
Got you. Okay, now
the investigation is completed. What they do, they turn it to a BCI, and then I question. I'm like, well, what is that? They're like Bureau of Criminal Investigation.
That's in Ohio.
Yes, the BCI in Ohio. And if there's an arrest that has to be made, the BCI.
You know what's so crazy, Cheryl? That she overtalks everyone. I'm sure they really wanted to say it, but they didn't get the chance to. They didn't come around to that yet. The check was fake last year when she sent it to Lennon Honor. But you let her tell it. He was supposed to tell her that, and then they were supposed to just come up with another dumbass lie to cover it up because reasons. No, she can't be woman enough to just say, you know what? Yeah, I sent him a flyer. Yeah, sorry. I got caught up. I was trying my best to take down UMAR. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna keep living, and you all have a good one. That's it. Yeah, it was fake in September. That's the thing. He was just a regular police officer. It was fake in September, and she was like, he was supposed to tell me that. Was he? That's what she said. He was supposed to read to me. Leopold Leonidas was supposed to read to me and just tell me that. Y'all, this back and forth is getting dumb. All right, let's keep going.
And Philly will pick him up. If there's criminal charges that has to be brought, this is where the BCI brings it to a defense attorney. And this is where Dr. UMAR will have to get his attorney and start gearing up for his legal battle.
Okay. Now, with the check, can I just ask you one thing about the check for clarity? I think
okay. I'm going to post. I'm a person of integrity.
I get it. Okay. But I'm just asking.
You're not a person of integrity. You lying Muppet. Oh, MALware, you lying Muppet. You are not a person of integrity. A person of integrity would not file false copyright strikes. You Muppet from Grouchland. Do you understand me? I know you're watching. A person of integrity would not abuse federal laws because you threw a tantrum and you didn't like my commentary about your god-awful film. Don't make me play Where Them Toes At. Why them toes look like that? Don't make me play the song. Persons of integrity don't do that. You violated YouTube policy and misused laws just to retaliate and to try to get people's personal information. So you can kiss my ass with that dumbass lie. That is a lie straight from the pit of hell. You have no integrity when you do bullshit like that. You're trying to dox people, which is illegal, by the way. You filed false copyright strikes and weaponized a law you don't understand, that you never even talked to your damn fictitious attorney about. All because Manny said so. And you call that a person with integrity? I highly doubt you can define the term. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm on my second channel. I get to release like this and feel pretty good about it. MALware, you can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You did this to 5 to 6 content creators. That's not a person with integrity. Weaponizing laws that you don't understand to lie on people. You lied. You lied, and we called you out, and you got mad, and you struck everybody's videos, weaponizing laws that you don't understand because many said so, according to you. You know what's so crazy? If you were lying and he actually cared about having integrity himself, he would just come out and debunk you. The fact that he has not came out and said, I didn't tell MALware to strike everybody's videos, that is a lie. I will not support that. I did not tell her to do that. The fact that he has not done that is an indication that he aided in that bullshit behavior. And you talk about you're a person with integrity. No, you're out of your fucking mind and you thought everybody was supposed to go along with it. The hell wrong with this damn woman? Oh, you dirty, dirty Muppet.
And when you went to that hearing or the mediation with him, they gave you some paperwork. They had you sign the paperwork, and then they handed you the check.
No,
right?
A check was given to TJ. When we received the check, I screenshot it. I sent it to Mr. Honor. We had to go because you have to go. You have to sign paperwork, and then they have to cut you the check that you have to deposit. Like,
Okay.
I've never gone through this. This is like my first time going through something like that.
Okay, so they didn't make the check out to your attorney. They made it out to you directly.
No. They made it out to the attorney, and then the
all
attorney
in the same code.
no.
Bullshit.
They make it out. They make it out to the attorney for the attorney paid me, but we were nervous to deposit.
They made it out. Y'all hear that? They made it out to the attorneys to pay her, because that's how they would go. Why didn't that happen though? Why would she sit here and act as if what she gave to Lynn and Honor, you know, Leonidas, Leopold, Leopard, Larry, Leon, did you know that you would send some advertisement? So she understands the process, but somehow she couldn't just configure that in her dumbass story about a lawsuit. You know, because the epigenesis of this started with a lawsuit. You know, a lie about a lawsuit for $500,000 and possibly her house. Who knows? That's the epigenesis of this. Oh, shout out to Maya Chaos, bro. But she's not gonna go there because you know, for some reason, it's like telling on yourself when you've already shown you understand how the process works. You just would rather lie about everything else happening except the actual process. There's a third woman involved in this bullshit and blah, 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 and something with ombudsman. You can't make this up. And yet they did. They made this up.
Based off of the merit of the remit.
Because we don't trust UMAR. And
right.
I said,
so you opened up a separate bank account.
Yes, a Chase. And
Thank
every
you,
step of the way I share that. I said, Mr. Honor, this man can't be trusted as far as you could throw him.
While I'm at it, Manny, if you watch this at all, I've been disappointed in your support of this bullshit. That's not a person with integrity. And then you sent her my videos and other people's videos to just strike without even thinking twice about what the hell you were doing. I've never wronged you. I've never even let anybody come out and just flat out attack you like that. I gave you the benefit of the doubt, even after this shit hit the fan. I reached out to you, emailed you, asked you if you were okay. I said, don't worry about it. She got many of us. We reported on this bullshit. I even had to apologize to my entire platform, including you as a mod, and saying I should have gotten the court documents. You said you were good. And then you turn around and send her my videos to strike, knowing goddamn well it did not violate any copyright law. And that I had evidence to prove she gave permission. And she said you told her to do it, and she did it. Never mind her damn attorney on retainer that would have told her don't do that. And you said nothing. And you good with this shit? And you don't think that you're going to come up if she decides to take any of us to court? Because you are the one that's catching the heat for telling her to do this in the first place. You know, liars have no loyalty. So I guess you'll find out the hard way. Because you could have came out and said, Marianne, don't do that. I never told you to do that. If you have an attorney, why don't you contact your attorney? Leave me out of that shit. But you were good with her throwing me out there to get these false copyright strikes. So she can get my personal information. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's disgusting how you've acted. Beyond disappointed. Disgusted.
And that's what you would do with a shaky check. You would open up a separate account. You deposit the check into that account.
And you know what?
You're saying that the check cleared.
Yes, when the check cleared. And when the check cleared, you guys could, all of you on this panel could reach out to Mr. Honor. Mr. Honor will verify that. When the check cleared, I reach out to Mr. Honor. I say, hey, the check cleared. Because the way
you
were doing it,
wait, let me this finish. Is very important.
Wait, before you got to let me finish my thought. You're bombarding me here. The way.
Oh, bitch, please, ain't nobody bombarding you. I can't, man. Oh, this is something else right here. Who's bombarding you, MALware? No, it's not our fault that you trying to wing a lie on the spot and you're not creative enough to do it well. You're a bad liar. The end. You know what would be funny if she just said, y'all know what? I'm a horrible liar. That's why I was stuttering so much, you know, because I'm a bad liar. I'm a mom is not because I have a speech issue or anything. No, it's because I'm just trying to wing it and I don't. Stuff just don't come to me right away. Not that gifted like Lady Luck Club is. She's smart. She can come up with all kinds of stuff. I don't need to lie. That's why I don't have an issue with speaking words. It's the S and the letter S. Because I'm not lying. I don't have to. If she thinks that I feel some type of way about her not, giving me an interview. Girl, you realize I am so glad I dodged that bullet. I'm glad she did not come on my platform for an interview. I'm so elated that she did not. Because look how she went out and retaliated. She's striking down videos and talking about, they, utilizing my image without my permission. You went on the damn channel. What the hell are you talking about? You voluntarily went on someone's channel and showed your face. Can't make this dumb shit up. This conscious community is filled with spineless cowards and morons that refuse to read laws. And the only way they know how to retaliate is to strike videos and channels and to dox people. More cybercrime.
Because this is fluff.
The way we were setting them up, we thought the check would bounce. And in the state of Ohio, we got them, but the check cleared.
Okay, so when you got the check that you took a picture of and you submitted it into Honor.
That wasn't a check.
That's the check. You took a picture at the time that you received the check, or was this days later?
The day that we got the check.
If she deposited, then she can't take a picture of the check days later. She would have had to take a picture of it the day she got it. That's not even a question I would ask. That, you know what? Sometimes it's called leading. If you ever, I don't know if you all, because I get court can be very boring, but check out an interrogation. It's objectionable when you hear, an attorney leading someone into a response by phrasing questions a certain way to where they don't really have a choice but to answer based on the way you're phrasing the question. Does that make sense? All this juncture she giving her ahead of time, it's almost like leading. It's like, let me ask this in a way to where, you either answer one way or the other. Like she's throwing her a bone. Why is this shit necessary? MALware can sit here and be arrogant as hell, not apologize to anyone else, throw Lynn Honor underneath the bus, and you're still trying to throw her a bone by asking this type of question like this. Who would have the check 3 days later or days later if they deposit it? It would be with the bank. So you would have to get a photocopy from the bank online, whatever they scan in as an image, days later. So, of course, she would have had to take a picture of a real check when she received it. But that's if it came, because she understands this process, it would have came from UMAR's attorneys. And who were his attorneys again? Because all of a sudden, did y'all know UMAR can afford attorneys? Somehow, UMAR can afford an attorney. We don't know who that attorney is, but whatever. You would think she would have named his attorneys. Why not name the attorney? We're not looking for the address or any of that. We just need to know who his attorney is. Definitely the ombudsman. Now that they'll sit here and dox people, but they won't tell us the name of UMAR's attorney. Can you believe it?
I jumped. I made a video prior to making the video. I screenshot and sent the picture to Honor.
So there's no way that you had this check confused with anything else. Like you didn't get the wrong check.
I don't know. What do you mean get the wrong check? This came from them, and this is what's infuriating me.
What do you mean? Oh my God.
Honor told me, well, is this what real estate is this? And then I have people say, just tell us they gave you a $68,000 for your house. My house is not valued at $68,000.
Yeah, but
we don't care about your house. Y'all see how she did not answer the question at all and just talked about the house being valued at something? Because she still has not mastered the art of reading. If they would have pulled it up right then and there in real time, they could have said, this is what you sent to him. Read it. Because that's the only way I would have stayed on a panel with these two at this point in the conversation. I literally would have interrupted both of them because that's all they're doing and say, hey, can y'all just pull up whatever she gave the Lynn Honor? Can y'all pull that clip of the video up right now so she can read it in real time? Because obviously she needs to see this shit in real time. Yeah, let's pull this advertisement up in real time so she can see the disclaimer at the bottom. You go out your way to put white strips over the advertisement, but not at the bottom of it. But you covering up the name and the bank name and all of that. Why? But not the bottom of it. Now let's pull this stuff in real time. While she's here, I want to hear you read this shit out loud. And then I need you to explain to me how you took time to cut out little small white strips of paper to cover up two of the boxes on here, but you didn't manage to get to the bottom of it to see the disclaimer statement at the bottom. That way we can all see this happening in real time, and then you can explain how this shit made it to the Oompa Loompa. And then somehow you end up getting a real check that's not this one that went into your bank, and you can't show us a photocopy of that one. They would have had to do that in real time for me. Otherwise, but I would have been going in on them. I'm sorry. I would not have lasted with these two. I would have been cussing their asses out. Y'all would have been like, damn, Lady Club Savage. Yes, I am. Because no one needs to lie about this. Umar is bad on his own. Look how dumb this lie has grown into. It's just a monstrosity at this point.
The problem, and I don't think you're understanding this, is that
flexing.
They're not saying, this is where
they're
they're
not saying
confusing.
that you're flexing.
Nobody is saying that your house is not worth that. They are saying that the check that you posted, and this is where I'm trying to find out if possibly you got flustered, you took a picture of some junk mail thinking that was a check.
Renee, let me tell you. I
Renee,
made a video. I gave explanation in my video, and then I will follow with a post of a check. I am grown. I don't have to. This is YouTube. When we turn this off, we go to real world. But because of integrity, because I've been embracing this,
you're not above reproach, Marianne. I've had to give
receipts. I'm above reproach. What did I say?
No, you're not. If you came to the internet with a story, you have to provide receipts, just like I did.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
I had to do it. Lynn is not asking you to do nothing that he ain't
what did I
asked me
just
to
say?
do.
Didn't I say I'm gonna post?
Wait a minute. Why are you saying Uncle Mo? You really, did she forget whose channel she's on? Yeah, this is priceless. She's calling out for Uncle Mo to throw her a lifeline. This isn't even his channel. He's just so happy to be on the panel. Then she says Rimrum. She never acknowledges Trip C, by the way. Because apparently MALware has a problem with, women for some reason. Like, unless they're kissing her ass like UMAR. She didn't even acknowledge Trip C. She claims to be an activist and all. It's so funny.
Did I say I'm not?
But you act like it's an offense to ask you for these items, and you're not above it.
I did. I explained it. If you
the
last video, yes,
we listened to it. You didn't. You talked all around it, but you.
That's why I'm trying to get you. I'm interrupting to cut the fluff.
And the video.
And why
I told everybody
that you shown from legacy home buyers.
Yeah, you got
the commercial check. You have to call in for a real one. So why would you send that to Lennon as proof that UMAR sent you a check? That's all we're asking.
Okay, whatever was given to me, he was my contact person regarding regarding UMAR. Him and I stayed in communication. And then when the copy of that check was due, that was in September. This is coming up now. I've never even, I just gave it to him. And I'm like, you know what? The reason I'm upset with him, your cybersecurity, you didn't pick up something was off with the check. I don't even know. I told them these people are loan sharks. I don't even know nothing about loan.
Yeah, because
was this a loan for a house? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't hold Lennon on that because I sent him my whole phone, my whole text for 2 years, and Lennon ciphered through that information.
I'm not lying. Leonard had that check.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that man gets a ton. He is not. I mean, give him some grace. If he overlooked it, he overlooked it. But for right now, we're trying to figure out if the check that you took a picture of, I'm trying to even give you grace. Because the check,
I'm gonna post
the check that you took a picture of is not a valid check. And I don't understand why you are above. You feel like you're above anybody asking you for receipts.
The check that you took a screenshot of is not from a lawyer's
office. That's not a check, sweetheart.
I got that. We got that from UMAR Johnson, and I screenshotted. My name was on that check.
Johnson get something from another business with your name on it? That came to your address and your mailbox.
It was not. Legacy. What do you from Legacy? What are you talking about?
You called the number at the bottom of the check.
She plays
home buyers.
Marianne, the check. If you go back and look at the check,
it's not an argument.
On that check, it says Legacy Home Buyer.
Okay. Well,
do you wonder as a business owner that does your own books, man?
I don't know. I don't. The money they gave us didn't even come from no bank.
I think that you mixed up the checks.
Long shark.
Okay, if it came from a loan shark, you wouldn't have got a check. And if you didn't get a check, that means you didn't deposit into a bank.
Please, I'm not raising my voice. You don't have to raise your voice. You're coming very combative. I came up.
Look how she tried to interrupt from all of it and distract from you. I'm not raising my voice. Don't raise yours. You coming up very combative. You brought your ass up on my platform. No one invited you up here. You clicked the link, it came up. They allowed you to come on to their platform. They could have left your ass backstage. They did not owe you this opportunity because you technically interrupted them from watching that video they was watching prior to LS coming up there. 2 hours into this live stream, they had been covering a video just fine without you. Just so you all know what I mean by real time. This is it. Because, when stuff like this happens, you see they trying to dip, dodge, deflect, and duck and dip. This is what you do to them. Because now you got to say, okay, read this out loud right now. You want to sit here talking about what am I talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Now read it. How did you manage to cut these little white strips of paper? Because that took time to do, to cover up this top part here. Pay to the order, whatever this is here. This information right here, and the date, what it's supposed to be, the date, check number, whatever. All you left was just pay up to, and that's it. And you didn't see the disclaimer at the bottom. But you took time to cut out these little white pieces of paper to put them perfectly over segments on this flyer. Why would you cover up the name up here? I don't know. Because if it's something that came from his attorneys, this information here would be his attorney's information. Because it would be coming from their bank account. You don't have to put the address up, but why not show the attorney's name? That's not doxing. You chose to post this up. But the attorney's professional information, bar license number, is public information. You can look up attorneys based on their name and bar license number. No one's asking for this attorney's personal home address. But why would you cover the name? Can't do much with that because all we know is a name. Let's say if it's something like John Smith. I mean, you know how many John Smiths are walking the earth? No way to really dox someone with that type of common name. That's not personal identifiable information. Name like that, that's so common. Millions of people have that name. But then you cover this up over here, which would mean nothing to us. And then you cover this up over here, that would really match the name of the account holder on this, which should be his attorney. So it would basically be the attorney's signature. Why would that need to be covered? Pay to the order, shouldn't your name be there? So she covered up these boxes. 3 of them were not necessary. But she took time to cut these little white strips of paper. Took time to cover up these boxes. And for what? For what? She did this intentionally. And you still did not manage to make your way down to the bottom of this and read this shit here? As opposed to covering that up, you covered up, pay to the order of where your name should be. I would have forced her ass to read this in real time. Since you don't know what we're talking about, here it is. Read this shit out loud right now. Or I'm kicking you off my platform. And then I'm going to go ham in on you for a whole week. And then we're going to send this to Lady Luck Club, and she really going to go in. That's all the conversation that would need to be had, right? Just keep playing stupid. She too old to be sitting to my, what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about? This shit here is what I'm talking about. Once again, you brought your ass up here. You were not invited. No one said, hey, man, if you out there, come on up. Nope. She clicked the link and went up. And then tried to garner sympathy by saying, Uncle Mo, I'm so sorry. You got caught up in this. What you mean? You're a lie? You're apologizing to only one of 3 content creators that you got caught up in your dumb lie. Well, Trip C said she didn't really believe it. But Rim and Uncle Mo, myself, Information Man Show, Lynn and Honor, so many of us that value the integrity of our platform, KKC, so many of us that reported on this and value the integrity of our platform, you haven't apologized to us at all. But you got the audacity to send false copyright strikes. Gareth, you don't kick rocks. This is the shit right here she's sitting here confused about. There you go. So now every time she says, what are you talking about? I didn't say that. My house is not valued at $68,000. Think about that dumb check. Well, she took time to put up them little white strips. And then somehow everything else is like a foreign concept to her. MALware, did you need us to say this in another language? I can get Google Translate up. Because all of a sudden now you pretend like you don't understand English. out of here.
Up here so we can all have a sensible conversation.
Let me know if y'all
so I
can
can shed some light, and then I'm feeling a lot of hostile from both of them.
No, I'm better now that we've got
You're
the
bad.
stuff. I'm just trying to get you to talk and answer the questions so that I can help you get past
around in circles for 3 or 4 hours. You did it to Lennon last night. You were very disrespectful. Now you sitting up and trying to drag that man for a home buyer's fake check that came in your mailbox. Your mailbox, you took a screenshot of it and said I gave it to you.
Yeah,
my house. Listen.
Did y'all hear her say, wow? This is her pivoting away once again, just as if Tripsy said nothing, like she doesn't exist on her own platform, because MALware is rude as fuck. And somehow she thought, let me just send out all these false copyright strikes so I can feel better because Manny said so. Not my attorney, Manny. Okay.
My house is not valued at $68,000.
Nobody is talking about that, honey. There's no
going back to not being worth $68,000.
Listen to me, Marianne.
That's
Listen
what somebody
to me.
told me. Somebody.
Nobody is saying it. So we know that house that you be in on YouTube is worth well more than $68,000. Okay. What I'm trying to tell you, and what Trip C is trying to tell you, please listen. That check that you took a picture of, that may not have been the check that UMAR gave you or his attorney gave you.
That's why I was so furious.
Look at it. It gave you, listen, just flat out cut in mid-sentence. Mid-sentence. Because at the end of the day, she went out of her way to avoid addressing this. And I wish they would have just pulled the fake one up and said, now look at this. Read it out loud and then explain to us why these white strips are carefully cut to cover up all these spots except the bottom. You took a picture of that fake advertisement that way after taking time to cut out those little white pieces of paper and cover up those boxes, and you still failed to read the bottom of it. Yeah, okay.
His thing when he said I'm a pimp, I said let's put him on the phone. That's why I was so furious. You understand?
We just need you to recall.
You know what? Umar down for you calling him during that live stream. That's why Lennon put you on mute. Okay.
Okay. So you know what? The point I was making, Rem, like all the
shit. You see how she don't even acknowledge Trip C? That's some rude shit right there. Oh, that's so rude. Rem. No, Trip C is talking. Acknowledge her presence. This is Trip C's platform as well. How did she just manage to call out Rem but not acknowledge Trip C what she just said? The only time she acknowledged Trip C is when she wanted to see him talking about you being hostile to me. Don't hurt my feelings. No. I'm sensing hostility. I can't. You're overloading me right now. Girl, you don't take your simpleton ass on.
In my video, I called by name. I called the content creator that have championed me, that have stood up for me. I apologize to them because this was very messy, and then I apologize for anyone who championed me and who took fire for me.
I tried. You know, I work third shift. I work third shift, and I have literally mailed in my gas bill to my auto insurance. I know how it is working third shift. I'm asking you to consider back when you got that check, if possibly you might have gotten the wrong check, took a picture of it, but the actual real check, you know that, and there may be a real check. I will give you that. I don't feel that.
Why would you give her that? Y'all, did y'all know to this very day she has yet to produce a photocopy of that real check? You see this leading right here? These leading questions and stuff. This is why you don't do that. I'm willing to give you that. For what? Until she shows the real check, you don't. This is the problem right here. This is why you have so many content creators having to go back and apologize, because we gave her the benefit of the doubt and she didn't earn it. And look how disrespectful she has been since then. And how she spat in everybody's face and filed false copyright strikes. Look how she repays that generosity of a benefit of a doubt. And you're still giving her that? Manny's sitting here telling her to file these false copyright strikes, but he can't tell her, you know you lied like hell, right? No spine for that shit.
She got it from the loan sharks. Loan sharks gonna cut you a check.
No, I'm saying, I think that what she said, when she's saying loan shark,
he said
I think
he
that
couldn't
she
deal
said
with her. He couldn't deal
by
with
loan
no
shark, I think that she's thinking about a payday loan place.
From what I was,
she's not, because that's not how that works.
He couldn't deal with no bank, and what I
no, his credit is horrible. He ain't got no money.
Understand, he got all that donation money. I couldn't understand why he was going through. And then he has connection. There's some queens in Ohio who is helping him with these check people.
So if
my attitude, my attitude is like, I don't care where the money comes from. We're playing chess here,
right?
But I don't think you understand what they're trying to say to you. I don't think you understand what they're saying to you. What everybody is confused about is the check, and what Miss Lene is trying to throw you an olive branch, and maybe you mix the checks up and sent the picture to the wrong check.
What I think happened?
That check came
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Miss Marianne. You know what I think happened? I think,
oh my God, it's the interruptions for me. When I'm a guest of someone else's platform, this is the last thing you want to do, is to try to overtalk the host of the channel. I mean, he's literally making a point, and this one, LS is cutting him off for what? Damn it.
That a woman put she got a second mortgage on her house or something, and that Legacy is the place to cut the check for that. He took and he said, make the check out to Marianne or whatever, possibly, and he might have brought it to her. This is the only possible.
Well, he had two queens. He had Frances that works very closely here with him, and then he has that other Brenda woman that works very closely with him.
And what I can understand,
a man of his magnitude,
okay. So there's so many reasons with that dumb theory, because that would require for this so-called fictitious woman, whomever it is, to actually give MALware this advertisement by hand. Because naturally, you're going to assume legacy homebuyers mailed it out. And they have, record systems where they can keep track of the flyers and stuff, things that they're mailing out, because they got to store people's addresses, information. So they will be able to confirm what they actually mailed out and confirm that she was on a list to get this flyer. Because at least basic information will be in their computer system. Does that make sense? Legacy Homebuyer has an entire system where they're storing people's information, people's data, that they use to kind of send out these flyers to. So you would think they would have proof that they mailed this damn thing to her to an address they have on file. That's why that dumbass conspiracy about someone handing her that falls flat on his face. Because either way, it's going to come up on a system somewhere under legacy homebuyers that this advertisement was even printed, let alone mailed. And if they can show evidence they actually mailed it, now you really just lying like hell. And not one time did MALware say, someone handed me that. That was not the Oompa Loompa. Why would they give her that fake advertisement and not just give her the real check? Come on now.
I couldn't understand why we weren't dealing with no bank. I couldn't understand that.
Because he doesn't have a bank. He's not that put together. But I'm willing to think that Miss Marianne, there was a check. If this is the only plausible thing. The lady that I'm thinking about got a check from this home buying place. They took out a mortgage or she sold her home, whatever. He said, make the check out to Marianne or whatever, or Mary Lorient, whatever. He brought the check to you. And because UMAR don't know how to do shit or business.
Why would she say, I don't understand why they weren't dealing with the bank? Didn't she take it to the Family Dollar Tree Bank or Chase Manhattan? Two banks that aren't real. Didn't she take it to Family Dollar Tree Bank? What do you mean they're not dealing with a bank? If you allegedly received a check, that means it came from a bank. If you got a cashier's check or a money order, why not just say that? No, she says check. I don't think she ever even said cashier's check. So what do you mean you're not dealing with a bank? And yet she's acknowledged that it would have came from his attorneys, which means that the attorneys would have given her a check with the bank's name that the attorneys do business with. And somehow she covered that part of that flyer up. So you don't know whose name is in the header with the address or anything. That's the crazy part about this.
Well, he had his lawyer. He had his lawyer. The lawyer gave the check to, yeah.
Okay.
The lawyer gave the check to who?
But that fits. Okay. Other than that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't fit. It's stupid. That does not fit. The lawyer gave her a check and they gave her some sort of mailer advertisement. They should be disbarred. Who are these attorneys again? Does she not realize what she's saying? Both either of these two? They don't realize that they're saying that an actual bar license attorney, an office of the court, because attorneys are considered officers of the court. An office of the court knowingly and willfully and intentionally gave her a legacy homebuyer flyer advertisement to be used and endorsed as a check for a legal settlement. So the attorneys committed a crime and somehow you did not report them to the authorities. Wouldn't you have UMAR's attorneys locked the hell up for pulling that stunt? That is illegal. And these officers of the court can't do shit like that. So no, it doesn't fit. Because otherwise, why wouldn't MALware just have them locked up and investigated? I mean, seriously. They would have been charged with check fraud by now. Yeah, no, because, they willfully and intentionally gave her a legacy home buyer flyer and said, hey, take this to your bank and deposit it. Good luck. Somehow I had the little white pieces of paper over it already. She takes a picture of it. And look, oh, magic. This is a check that came from his attorneys, whom we still can't verify if they're real. Somehow he can afford them, though. And these bar licensed attorneys, these officers of the court, gave me this flyer that has this disclaimer at the bottom that I know if I tried to deposit, I would have went to jail. Absolute nonsense.
I'll give you another.
But to answer that, you would have to speak to Brenda or Francis. These are the two women in Ohio you would have to speak with.
But I'm leaning on the fact that I don't think that you would try to do something malicious and compromise your business and everything else. But I'm trying to help you out here by being not even to offer you a way out. I'm just trying to figure out how this could have happened because I don't think you are under malicious intent. I do feel like you.
What do you mean? I think it's malicious when you sit here and you know that you've perpetuated or purported some level of fraudulent activity. Have people reporting on this, not caring about how bad it made us look. And I know better to get court documents. I said, okay, I will not make that mistake twice. And then you turn around and arrogantly fail to apologize to the rest of us. How do you repay us for this benefit of the doubt? Because we took an integral hit. Oh, you
talk without a filter. That's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. I can handle all of that. But I do feel like I don't feel the way that I felt before. And I want to try and figure out the only thing that you're saving grace is to provide where you deposited that money. Just to shut people up and to hold after that, there's nothing else that can be said.
And I will. The reason I jumped on here because somebody texted me, said, Uncle Mo is on that. I've never connected with him. I've gone to his channel, watched some video, and then everyone who bombarded and came on my channel, that last video was the clip of him And I wanted to personally jump on here and say, you know what? I didn't know all of this was going to go down. I apologize because I feel, people respect their channel. He got caught in crossfire with this Marianne thing. And that's the reason I jumped on. And then
people respect a lot of our channels. People respect a lot of our channels. What do you mean? You can't make this up. So never mind the rest of us, because we can just kick rocks. And then you turn around and file these false copyright strikes. And then give two shits. You can't make this up. But yet and still, she still can't acknowledge that the flyer had that disclaimer statement at the bottom, and she just simply failed to read it. And it's like she's trying to get Uncle Mo and Rimrum to show her some level of sympathy. Kind of like how Manny has done that, because that's what it seems like these people are connected to this conscious community do. Men just, they show people like her all the sympathy, and they not ever think twice and question it. They also consider Malachi York a great man, so whatever. Make this shit up.
Rembrandt have shown me respect and love, and I've been on this show already, so that's why I came up. So, and then
I appreciate that. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that's your name on the channel. Like I said, I want to apologize. All of this went down, and in that video, that video, when they all run to my channel, that was a clip of you, a clip of his that I posted.
I appreciate it, but I'm gonna tell you, like I told him earlier, I said this could be a play from like you and Leonard, and I wouldn't even I don't think we all agreed that we wouldn't care if that was the case. But he's up there apologizing. I don't got it. I can't hear it because I'm on here with y'all, but I'm hearing you. So I feel like, to me, that's suspect, because after how he was talking yesterday, why he apologizing today if he's standing for him?
Let me tell you what really hurt me with him. We have a beautiful line of communication. I don't understand. I just didn't understand how he moved. And then my thing is, 12 years.
It's a lot of passion. The man has built that channel up.
But what's the end game? Does he want to see UMAR in jail?
Yeah,
and I mean, when you said that
does.
yesterday,
I think he does.
When you said that yesterday, that's why I felt like I told him the whole case on Today with Your Subject.
Okay, she's saying does he not want to see UMAR in jail? How do you know this is going to cause him to go to jail? First of all, you claim he filed a lawsuit against you. That's a civil procedure. You said you were sued and served, which would mean that there would be a docket and court case ID on file with a court. You've never named the court or the judge assigned to this so-called lawsuit. And then you claim that you all settled out of court, something that you would have to submit to the court as well in order for the case to be closed. Because you were sued and served. You can't make this up. So if that be the case, then it's... I don't understand. Yeah.
It's like playing devil's advocate and seeing both sides. But I also feel like him, it's two ways he could have missed anything if it was a mistake. Is he's so passionate and connected to it. But
he's not sleeping well. He said that. I'm sorry, Mo.
But I also felt when
he got that check since September. What are you talking about?
That's what I was saying. And then,
but why did y'all wait until February February to put it out?
No, they put it out and somebody else went back to it.
That channel,
I knew I seen it. I took a picture of the check when she showed it on Lennon, and I sent it to KKC. I knew I seen it.
No, that was KKC said it was that I forgot the number.
It was in October or something like that.
This person has a very small channel, and they brought it to. And then you know what, KKC, I'm going to give credit. He was on top of it. And you know what? This is what, because me and my girlfriend were sitting down, Mr. Honor has a larger platform. And then KKC platform is about the same size with mine. So he brought me on, and then another small channel is going to call you out on the red carpet. I think he panicked.
So I don't know. I look at it too, right?
I think he put I'm sorry.
Subscriber count, because I got a large channel if they go by subscriber counts. But when you start talking man business, like I'm a man of integrity and all that, if I got a beef with you or Lene, and I have a rapport with y'all to talk to y'all straight up,
yes,
I'm gonna talk to you in the side, whether it's 24 hours.
Yes.
Who the hell is UMAR that I'm gonna let UMAR dictate how I move when I'm gonna contact
and
you?
then that hurt my feeling because Lene, you right here, I'm gonna say it. When I reached out to him, I said, Miss Honor, I'm not I only spoke to Lene once, and we had one exchange inbox. I said, I don't interact with her. Something's gone south. Can you please touch base? Because I have no, I can't get involved. Like I couldn't even understand that. Like I'm like,
I can validate that. I can validate that. I feel like there's a level of responsibility when bringing people out. There was a lot of things when I came out I did not know about YouTube. I didn't know about sectors. I didn't know about factions.
YouTube is something else. I'll tell you.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, and I don't know if you were hip to it, but somebody.
No, he put me on to YouTube. Let me tell y'all something. I do movie and I'm an activist. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So look, so they talking shit in his comment saying that we throwing him under the school bus.
What'd you say?
They said that we throwing him under the magic school bus over here.
No, absolutely
no.
not.
Listen.
I don't think him at all. Honestly, if I'm gonna be. So if I'm gonna be quite honest, I don't even feel like it's Lennon. I don't never feel like it's the content creators.
Ain't nobody above reproach, man.
Right.
And I'm a grown man. Anybody in that sector, I'm gonna say how the fuck I feel. I don't hate
him for
no one's throwing him under the bus.
I'm gonna call it straight down the middle. You get what I'm saying?
So a lot of
they don't like what I said.
Lennon since I've been up here.
Okay, so first and foremost, we're not going against Lennon over here. We're saying to say, look, Lennon over there right now, he live, he apologizing. He's apologizing for not fact checking the check better before he put it up.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. He should have did that ahead of time. So, and another thing is, the same way he said he told you and Lene to handle y'all shit behind the scene, he should have did that with you.
But
now,
they
saying I'm wrong for saying that.
They created it. It was created also. I'm not going to get into that, but I know if it was one, it was the other. Two of us could have been in that space running it. And then if something like this would have happened, I would have said,
what do you mean two of us could have been in that space running it? What does that mean? What does that equate to? She talking about I'm an activist and all. What the hell they got to do with you lying about a lawsuit that did not exist, or a class action, or even a settlement? You saying that the attorneys gave you this flyer advertisement, then you talking about, whoa, does he not want to see UMAR in jail or what? What do you mean? How do you know he's going to go to jail over a civil proceeding? What made her think he was going to go to jail? Because he decided to sue her, allegedly. And then they settled. At what point was he going to go to jail? You can't just have him locked up because you filed a lawsuit against him. He has to commit a crime. But if you can't prove that the lawsuit was real or the actual class actions lawsuit was real, then where's the crime? How would he get locked up over that? You chose to settle allegedly in this fictitious world of yours. You went and settled something. So at what phase in this whole thing, when would a court have an opportunity to have him charged and arrested? What was he going to go to jail for regarding this so-called $500,000 lawsuit, that slap suit, or the class action? At what point was he going to go to jail? That's how this whole thing falls flat on its face. This is not about not wanting to see UMAR be held accountable. But you have to use judgment, good wisdom, and common sense. Just saying I want him to go to jail for something doesn't mean he's necessarily going to go over a civil matter. He would have to break the law. It would be different if there was an order issued and he defied the order and violated it. And then they file a contempt action and he doesn't show up for court or something. And then they have him capious and brought in for failure to appear. Like he has to commit a crime. If he's ordered to pay something, he refused to do it. And the only alternative, aside from a fine, is jail. That's one thing. But you claiming that he's suing you, you're the defendant or the respondent. He's the petitioner for $500,000. When was he gonna go to jail? Because I missed that part about where he committed the crime. Yeah, but no. Her response is two of us could have been in this space running it, because reasons. Two of who? Oh, God.
hey, Marianne, something going crazy with the check. We could have handled it behind closed doors, and then we would have been a unified front. I have never been a fan of coming for this woman publicly because that don't look good.
Here, it
to
don't
the
look
opposite.
good, exactly.
Yeah, to the
But he
opposite.
really wasn't
I'm
though
not a
last
fan
night.
of that.
I didn't feel like he was coming at her
Yeah, I
because he
brought
kept saying it. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
Hold on. If you
It was both.
and you haven't been here for more than 5 minutes, if you have not listened to more than 5 minutes of this stream, you should not have an opinion, seeing as the stream is 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost. I already sent an invitation over to Lennon so that he could come over here himself if he wanted to. If that sounds like
no, he's not coming to
that creates. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's how I lost one of my sources with UMAR. There are a lot of busybodies in chat too that create division, but it's not even about that. It's about the fact that there are things that are going to happen. We just got to course correct and keep it pushing. I don't.
And can I say something?
Yeah,
you didn't even trash the man. You've been very respectful towards him.
Lene, I don't know nothing about cybersecurity. He
This
heard
ain't got nothing to do with cybersecurity. Nothing.
No, he's talking about where he works.
No, you're not listening.
He's saying we work.
This ain't me screaming. You got the wrong one. This ain't even me raising my voice.
I'm just saying when Umar picked up, like he didn't have to. I think he should have let Umar talk. Umar, listen, the way Umar answered me, Umar was on that show. He watched Linden.
Okay, so why didn't she go on her own platform and then call the Oompa Loompa? Why would she only try to attempt to call him while she's over there on Lennon's channel? You would think if she really wanted to just kind of prove a point about, being able to call him and all that nonsense, why would she not just go back on her channel, do a live stream, and call him? Just like she does anyone else when she wants to have an interview with him. She did that with Devontae. She got in front of a camera, recorded herself, talking to him on speakerphone. So all of a sudden, the idea for MALware to do that same thing with UMAR was a complex concept that she could not comprehend. Oh, man. Too complex of a concept to comprehend. Go figure. Now, I'm going to call other people on my channel, do a video, live stream of myself talking to these people, but I will not do that with UMAR because, reasons and dumb shit. She could have did this on her own show. Are you kidding me? She could have done this on her own show, on her own channel, where she calls UMAR, like she said, call the bitch, and then put him on speakerphone. And then he says whatever. You ask him whatever questions, and he says whatever before he hangs up. Why you sit here and say, well, I tried to do that over there, but why didn't you do that on your own platform? She plays stupid, but she's not. She just pretends to be. And then wants sympathy and plays the victim. Never mind the rest of the content creators that sat here and gave her dumb ass the benefit of the doubt. But then she gets mad when you say her film sucked ass. This is so ridiculous. And you got the other one talking about, I'm not a fan of dragging her and all this stuff because it's a bad look and the other people are going to be mad, because of reasons and blah, 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 blah. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So we're not supposed to call people out when they lie? It would have been different if we, the majority of us just kind of ignored her with this whole check bullshit and we did not actually discuss it. Problem is, this affected other content creators that talked about this subject. And because we also failed to do our vetting, we had to apologize to our platforms. She doesn't even give a damn about that shit at all. So why the hell should we care about how she feels? And then she's sitting here telling Trip, see why she yelling. You're on her platform. Kick rocks barefoot. You don't like it? No one told you to go up. You're trying to sit here and get upset because somebody is frustrated with your bullshit. Beating around the bush, dodging and deflecting direct questions. Then the other one sitting here leading questions and giving her options and benefit of the doubt. Good grief. And they sitting here upset with us for being frustrated with all this bullshit. when she could have done the right thing, had some level of integrity, and just apologized and let it be at that. No, she tried to throw Lennon under the bus, point the finger at everybody else, get mad because we said her film sucked, attack free speech and expression, and then file false copyright strikes. All because she couldn't handle her own dumbass fucking lie. What a disgrace to intelligent Black women she is. I said it. A disgrace. This is not dragging someone. It's called holding them accountable. And since we all reported on that on public platforms, why can't you be called out on a public platform when you lied unnecessarily? None of this would have led to Umar going to jail if you allegedly settled with him. So that's stupid. And the other one's not helping at all. You trying to throw a bone. Meanwhile, this crap you coming up with, talking about it fits, lacks logic on every level. It's stupidity on steroids.
Call somebody on live.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
can't
Not
deal with
Umar Johnson because he'd have got Lennon channel taken down.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, Umar.
You know
just because somebody's on the
They've
phone.
been beefing for years.
Yeah.
Wait, just because somebody's on the phone.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't even play his music. Like if Umar came
that.
out with a song, we couldn't play
He
his
turned the
music and make
channel off.
fun of it.
So you mean to
turned the
tell me
chat
what where?
I think he turned his chat off.
No, I was in the chat
yesterday.
because I asked him.
It's
Hey,
crazy.
No,
what
right
you
now I
talking
can't see the chat. I can't.
I'm
I
looking
can't
at
see.
She's new to YouTube. She may not know all of the. I'm
talking
learning
about
about these
Lene,
things.
and
I
you
didn't
talking
know
about
that.
Mary. Well, the chat is about Lene and Marianne.
Never mind, it's the old one.
But yeah, I wish that it would have been a better. But I think that there was a lot of and I'm not, I know that I saw it. I saw it. There was a lot of people trying to push her, like comparing us, and we're nowhere the same. But they were wanting Marianne to run it, and I was like, cool.
Run what? Run what? I'm lost. Run what?
Just to take the lead, to go after him, like to get his ass down, Marianne.
Look, it's a team effort. We all.
Girl, but if you making the lead, go for it. Go across the line, get his ass down. I don't care if your dog could do it.
It's a
I
team
just
effort.
want him down.
It's a team effort.
Do not bring Buster into this. He's the one innocent variable in all of this. And I just, like I said, we don't ever involve the kids. Buster tried to warn us. He was a good dog. Don't bring the dog in it. This is insane, man. The amount of pivoting and bullshit with these two is just astonishing. It's mind-numbing. Yeah, try to use that word, MALware. Mind-numbing.
Yeah, but
and then that's why
sometimes the
yesterday,
team has
can
to
I say
change
something?
position.
Can I say something? That's why I'm asking, what is his end goal? Like I did, you know.
I don't think Lennon. I think Lennon is passionate about this, and I think that Lennon is exactly who I brought my story to. I brought my story to him because I knew that he is passionate. He just has never met Umar. He thinks that Umar has a good heart.
No,
Umar
he does
has a
not.
heart like the Grinch.
Umar do not have a good heart.
That's
Umar
why
do not have a good heart.
But Lennon has a good heart.
A lot of
so
people,
he's thinking
if you haven't
Umar
met him in
can
person,
change.
yeah, Umar don't have a good heart.
Yeah, he
Umar
ain't never going to
take
change.
my house and put me out with my three
Thanks for the
children.
super chat. 19.
They just said that you in the chat, remember?
Yeah, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, yeah. I said I went over there. And
responding.
like,
You know what?
I told him.
You know, you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys something.
Hold on.
My only regret is I'm a woman. I got into my feeling. I wish I didn't scream on there, but I was really frustrated because my thing is y'all may not agree with me. Mr. Honor could have handled this completely differently.
Of course, I don't agree with you. He honestly did not owe you any time to do anything. It only takes 5 minutes to log on to your bank online and pull a photocopy of a check or a transaction of you depositing anything. Anything remotely close to $68,000. I don't know where she got that from. He did not owe her, 3 or 4, 5 days or weeks or whatever to do this. And the crazy thing is she still hasn't done it. If she was actually sincere about posting up the actual live check, Why didn't she do that the next day? Why didn't she at least say, hey, I have to get somebody to help me to set up an account online, a profile rather, so I can just log onto my bank online? I don't typically bank online. She never ever said that. She never said, I don't use online banking. So it might take a couple days for me to get my profile established and to sign in and have everything, available for me to just do it online. But I'm going to do it, and I will get it done in a couple days. I can go on my bank right now, and if I've deposited a check, it will have the image scanned in under the transaction as an attachment. I don't even have to request my bank give it to me. I could just click on the actual image. It'll be scanned in to my account with that transaction. That's it. It's that simple. And even if you cannot do that, you still could have asked the bank to just send you over an official photocopy of the check. You may have to pay a little money for it. But it's like what? $3-4? You requested official copy of a check that was cashed and cleared. But she didn't even do that. And look how long it's been. So the fact that she's done nothing to this very day is proof that she never intended to provide any evidence at all that actually proves that she received a check, cashed and cleared it, and that it came from the Oompa Loompa or his attorneys or Cookie Monster, Pink Big Bird, pick one, I don't care. And still arrogant as fuck about it. And yet we're all the ones taking the copyright strikes.
I told him under the bus. He's more welcome to come over and talk. I'll drop the link.
I got to get out of these comments because I don't even like how
I think I have Marianne sent a screenshot. Right?
Yeah.
The first screenshot you cannot see the bottom. Somebody enlarged it.
That Kindle is a clown.
And sent it to Lennon.
Mm-hmm. What screenshot?
Of the check.
Okay.
Somebody enlarged it so we can see the bottom where the phone number's at and send it back to Lennon. And that's why it came in yesterday. And that's why there's this big contention, because that's not actually a check. It's just an advertisement.
Yeah, they definitely nutty over there in that chat. Yeah. Like it seemed like he causing chaos over there.
Dude is the main one.
Chat. Yeah, it seemed like some of them people. I'll be watching the comments like sometimes.
But some of my greatest aha moments have come from the chat.
It's good people over there. There's some good honest people over there.
That be knowing what they're talking about in the chat.
Yeah.
It's people that.
But one thing I want to say, I'm not out here scamming, lying to people.
And it's that amazing about somebody trying. Nobody's trying.
We just want to see what she.
Yeah,
and I will.
It's so funny how she just said she's not out here lying to people when that's exactly what she did. And then it's still arrogant and cocky about apologizing and just being humble. That, it's the buffoonery of it all. You weaponize federal laws to file false copyright strikes. And you lied about being the owner of content for a live stream video of you saying you were getting a protection or restraining order against UMAR. You even said your film was registered with IMDb. Yeah, no, it's not there. You lied about lawsuits. You lied about class action. You posted up an advertisement. And what's so crazy is, why didn't she just take that damn thing, go to a bank, try to cash it, and see what happens? And live stream it. If you really wanted to prove your innocence, why not take that mailer, go to your bank, MALware, live stream yourself trying to cash that damn mailer, and let us all see what the bank teller tells you. Let us all witness that happening. Because you could just do that. Just take that mailer and go to a bank. Go to your bank, try to deposit it, live stream it, and see what happens to you. That's it. It's that simple. Seriously, you want to fix this up? That's the way to do it.
Did you guys play my video? Did you play my video? Did you? I posted
we played it. That 32-minute video that you just put up about an hour, we played it. And
okay, so you didn't get no answer.
No.
I explained that my posting is coming. Y'all did probably listen.
You said it was coming this morning too, and we didn't get none this morning.
I never said Leonard told me it's coming this morning. I went to the bank. I told him I'm going to the bank. I got off work. I went to the bank.
So when did you?
So I'm waiting for them to print. Listen, okay, see.
Okay, this is what I want to say earlier.
So why not just say, okay, it's going to take 3 to 5 business days for them to send me a copy or email it to me. But why get frustrated at that? If it's true, why would you not want to at least give a timeline or a time frame on when the bank is going to give you a certified photocopy of that check? It won't be the real check. It'll be a certified copy of it. And then when you realize, okay, I'm just stumped right now. Now you want to resort to tantrums and pouting and talking about how everybody's attacking you. But you're trying to get people's personal information and you putting it out there like people supposed to be scared of that shit. How you intentionally try to say that you're going to just commit cyber crimes and dox people. Oh, I got all this information on people. What kind of information you have on people again? Why would you want personal identifiable information on people? Because knuck if you buck, if you want to. I personally will report your ass to the FBI and sleep peacefully. Why even make statements like that? That would not have fared well in your favor and been conducive to your good liberty and freedom. Fuck wrong with you? People got kids and shit, and you make statements like that, but you could not show the certified copy of this check from your bank. You went to the bank and got nothing in return, not even a transaction. Even if you don't show the copy of the check right away, you could have printed a bank statement and had the bank manager, whomever, highlight that transaction of you making that deposit. The bank teller, the manager, whomever, would have known how to redact that and cross out all the personal identifiable information, like your account number, your address, maybe your phone number, whatever shows up, and just have your name, the transaction, so we can at least see a deposit was made for that amount. She didn't even try. She just went there to troll everybody. And then got mad at us because we're irritated at her lying like hell back to back to back to back with no evidence. So lying by omission is still lying. It's still lying. And any judge in a court of law would agree. Lying by omission is still lying. Why are you deceiving the public and talking about cash and checks that aren't even real? Yeah, okay. Keep fucking around with people.
You don't have to wait for them to print anything. It's 2026. All you have to do is log
into
the website.
The account was closed. The account was closed.
So you got to go in and get archived.
Still have records.
Thank you.
No, you still have records.
They should have been able to print those on.
Did you keep your receipts for it?
Listen, when I get what I have to get in the bank, I will post. And I'm done with the topic. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't want to feel like I'm being attacked.
It's not an attack.
Yes, it's bullshit like this. That's mind-boggling. She could have just said yes or no. Did she keep her receipts for it? Hell no. What receipts? Because you would think she would just contact her attorney and say, that check I got from UMAR's attorneys for the $68,600. Yeah, can you just send me a copy of that or take a picture or something so I can email it? As a matter of fact, why not just have your attorney email it directly to Lynn and Anna? Your attorney would have known what to redact as well. So she gets her happy ass up on this platform. And then somehow she decides, oh, I'm just done with it. Like she controls their platform. Boy, man, the more you see this and the more you start to understand and believe why, me personally, I find this to be absolutely disgusting of MALware and the other one. to behave and act like this. And then try to cover for her and tell me, I don't agree with dragging her. Who the fuck is dragging her? See, you had the other one saying the same thing. I don't believe in dragging her because, you know, it's going to have the other side looking crazy at us and blah, blah, blah. What you talking about? No one told her to lie. No one told her to lie about the lawsuit. No one told her to lie about the class action. No one told her to lie. And if you think you're going to sit here and tell me how a civil process works in a court of law, you got another thing coming. Something simple like that? Oh, man, this is so gross.
We're just telling you what's going on and how we feel.
And you okay, and I said I will post.
For the sake of Lennon, I would like to get this rectified as quickly as possible. I thought that for, you know, just out of respect for his channel, the platform, I always bring receipts because that man has kids. I see him as a family.
And I brought him receipt.
I'm not saying against anybody. I'm just saying this is just how I feel about him. I may be a little bit more emotionally invested in the situation, especially on how it has treated me. But I am very careful about what I do over there, and I wait on his signal because I don't want to tear down something that somebody else has built. That man has spent a lot of his life building that, and I know how that feels. I would never want anybody to do that to him, and I don't want to be a part of it. Just give the receipt so he can clear his name, you can clear your name, and we can move on.
So you guys think I'm trying to tear his channel down? This is YouTube. People pull stuff.
Yes. Along with several others. And the fact that you filed these false copyright strikes proves it even the more. You're actually trying to get people's channels deleted and removed by YouTube by filing these false ass copyright strikes. Mighty funny how she didn't do that with Lennon on it though. But she did it with the rest of us. So you're not only just trying to get his channel taken down, you want his channel to take an integral hit while the rest of our channels get hit with false copyright strikes, knowing damn well 3 of them will cause us to lose our channels. So fuck you, MALware.
And people ask for receipts. This just took place yesterday.
No, I'm not saying you're trying to tear it down. I'm saying
it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Empathize with what it could do. If I come on Rim Rum and I made those comments, and I had receipts to back it up, I followed up with it out of respect for Rim Rum because
I never said I was.
He's got babies. He got to take care of his kids. People,
and it's going to happen, Lene. It's going to happen.
Okay, I want I'm willing to stop the crusade against you as long as you stop it against me because I don't want war with anybody. I just want to, except for Umar.
I haven't done it. I talked to you once on the phone, and I have one exchange conversation with you. So you're I don't know what you're reading. We don't even interact. We never.
No, we don't. But when we do interact, Mary,
I never interact with you. This is
I don't think you understand how you come off. I think that you don't maybe be in social circles and you just are socially unaware like Umar. You come off very nasty to people. Are you reflecting back on when you got angry on Lennon's? It's okay to get emotional, but we are both business women. You cannot do that stuff out in the real world.
Have I been nasty to you now? Have I been nasty throughout this life?
You make slick little comments and I've overlooked a lot of them.
Yeah. Then how many times has she interrupted, cut people off, tried to decry victim? Y'all being mean. Y'all bombarding me. Y'all were done. This is too much. Listen, I ain't doing that. I'm a grown woman. I don't owe anybody anything. Okay. Well, all of that shit is rude to the majority of us. The only people that don't feel that way is you and the people that support you, which is the minority. The rest of us, yes. Yes. You are very rude. And you were extraordinarily rude to Lennon Honor and to Trip C and Rim Rum on their platform. When no one told you to come up, you just went up there.
But I know that I ain't been on my best behavior either. I give you grace, you give me grace. Give Lennon grace. We all give grace. And this is just how I feel. But if you talk nice to me, I'm gonna talk nice to you. Mm-hmm. If you get weird with me, I'm gonna get weirder.
I've been very respectful to everybody on this panel when I got on.
But when you get angry,
chat, Conservative Unicorn, thank you for the
when you get angry, you got something's going on there, and I think
Uncle
you know that.
Have I been disrespectful to anybody on this panel, Rim Run?
we gotta poke the bear. We ain't been poking the bear either. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all two been going back and forth with each other.
Okay, first of all, why is she asking Rim Rum and Uncle Mo, but not Trip C? Once again, you sat here and ignored this woman on her platform like she did not exist. So whatever your gripe is against other Black women, MALware, please understand that it makes you look like shit. Not an activist. Because look how you act towards other women. And you got the audacity to get up in some congresswoman's face and go to court and disrespect the judge in her courtroom. See, if she'll do that easily with like it's, nothing, and go to a courtroom and disrespect the judge and overtalk and interrupt the judge, then, the rest of us are just peasants, I guess. Who knows?
Okay.
And we've been trying to get to the other issue, but I was just listening to Leonard because
y'all should have said something. Like, shut up.
I done got up. My wife done got me dinner and everything.
I'm sorry.
Because it don't take all that. You say that first and foremost. It don't take all that.
Okay.
It don't take all that to show a screenshot. It don't take all that to admit if you put up the wrong screenshot.
I'm gonna keep it real. I think we came to the conclusion if you say, you know what? Because I'm looking at it for angles that maybe he gave you a fake check. Maybe y'all came to agreement where you don't get no check. Whatever it may be, I don't really care. Because like I said, my beef is with UMAR, the school, and stealing money. So that's my stance on it.
And that's my beef with him too. He's a thief.
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
And like I said, like they talk about somebody's kicking this in. We just looked at everything from all angles. Like maybe he did know, maybe he didn't know. Like just all types of stances.
That's what I
looked at.
But
just one thing. We looked at it could be a play. We looked at it that it could have been. It just was overlooked on both of y'all behalf. We looked at it.
It was an overlook on my behalf. It was an overlook on his behalf. And then my thing is, I think he probably his ego got a little boost because that man caught it, or the person who caught it that brought it to that channel creator's attention. But I'm telling y'all, who gave me that check. I'm telling you, the crooked crook is who gave me that check.
Bruh. Like I said, the only way he gave you that check is if he snatched it out your mailbox. I can't.
That check did not come in my mailbox.
It's not a check. It's an advertisement.
It did not come in my mailbox. Respectfully, if I'm being respectful, I'm telling you that didn't come in my mailbox.
We just got to get the receipt. We just got to get them receipts.
Okay, we're done. I'm done with the topic, and the receipt will come.
Just to even calm his nerves, because he prides himself on just to even calm his nerves. He helps you set up that YouTube.
This is a strike against Lennon, not in a bad way, but this is on his clean record. That's like if you were working, you got 66 days accident free, and somebody stubbed they told some dumb shit. Now they got to go to the hospital. Now you
Marianne, I promise you, if you do not show them check stubs, and this ain't nothing but business, I will drag you across that. You will be after UMAR. You have got to get them check stubs because that's that man's channel. You got to get it.
Why couldn't she keep this energy up again? She went from this to the next day trying to defend her, and then turned around and said, oh, Lennon is compromised. What the hell does that mean? I mean, what was so hard about her just kind of keeping this energy up right here? Even if you don't want to deal with Lennon on her again, do the right thing and provide the actual evidence, because he's not the only one that reported on that. And the crazy part is, none of us had an actual issue with owning up to our lack of getting the documentation. But if we had to make sure that we apologize to our platforms, to the people that trust us to deliver at least correct information, if we're calling it factual, it needs to be factually based and supported with evidence. And I can say for me, it sucked. But even after giving her the benefit of the doubt, this is her whole demeanor with this. This is her whole attitude, her mentality. Let me listen to Manny and send out these false copyright strikes. Forget the fact that they are probably frustrated that they reported on this stuff, and I'm lying. That's selfish as hell of her. Selfish and disgusting.
You got to get it. I will drag you all through these internet streets. I promise you I will. And it ain't nothing personal.
Lene, the check.
It ain't nothing personal, baby, because I put my story on that channel too.
He asked me to, we have a relationship. Not only am I going to send it to him, I will post it on my channel. So we're repeating the same thing over and over.
Okay.
Like, we're done with that topic. We're moving forward.
One more question.
You don't get to sit here and say we're done with the topic on somebody else's platform. Take your ass over there to your channel with that bummy ass shit. You don't get to sit here and say we're done with the topic. The arrogance of it all for me. It's the arrogance of it all from a whole Muppet. When you're funnier and more entertaining as a Muppet, you don't get to dictate when a conversation is over on someone else's channel. Once again, they did not invite her up. She clicked the link and went up herself. It wasn't until Riv Ram even mentioned she was backstage that they knew she was back there. Can't make this up. And then she overtalks and interrupts. And got the audacity to sit here and say, oh, your conversation's over with. Oh, okay. It's funny how you couldn't say that same thing, though, when it came to people voicing their opinions of your film. You could just let it be what it is, which is criticism. Our opinion that we're entitled to. Nope, you retaliated with some bullshit in federal laws that you don't understand.
You know,
bad, I need to go to the bathroom.
I'm not even gonna do it because that'll be 15 more minutes, and I ain't with it. So,
yep.
Are you gonna go over and apologize to Lynn?
She said he did that. MALware said Manny told her to send out these copyright strikes. And he didn't come out and say that's not true, she's lying. He did not object to that, none of that. So, yep. Even if she's lying, why not have him come out and say it? Why won't he just come out and say she's lying? So the fact that he has not debunked and disputed that's all I need to know. But that came out of her mouth.
I did apologize to him before I got off the show. Did you look at the show? During his show yesterday, I apologized twice.
Doesn't matter if you're going to
and then he even told me,
sister,
I apologize twice. If you want, you could go look at that whole 4-hour show. I apologize twice.
Irrelevant. What's the actual evidence?
My heart hurts for that man. He was crying yesterday on the show.
Who was crying?
Lennon.
Who been doing
when? I didn't see him crying. When was he crying?
Yeah, that man was crying. He's a musician for one. He's passionate about. He's sensitive and passionate about his work. You gotta fix it. He's got kids that eat off that channel. He's got a wife. He's doing what he's supposed to do. I'm a fan. Even with Devontae, that's my thing that just messed me up with that.
I will say
build businesses. I'm not gonna go. I'm a business owner. I'm just sorry. You gotta protect it. You gotta fix this, man. And I'm gonna drop down because I can't. Just please fix it. I don't have no more beef.
She could keep this energy.
But if I don't, I'm standing on what I said. If I don't get to see those receipts and it's rectified, I gotta take you down next after, because you can't stay on the internet. You cannot do that. You can't do it. You can't. And I don't care. I will go after everybody. I don't care because it just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense to do this. Anybody that brings anything, everybody cook, and then Frank cooking with Frank is gone now. I don't even want to get off this.
You got something to do with that.
Took her out. Who had me?
Yeah, but the problem is,
you told Clarissa about cooking with Frank.
You told her about cooking with Frank. She didn't know who
she called me. She listen. Did you guys listen to the live? She goes, "You kikiing with him. You let him know he's 3 feet tall."
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. I would hate that too. But see, that's the thing, Bougie. Why didn't he come out and dispute her? As a matter of fact, she said in her video that she had told him what she was going to do before she went live. She said that. And he said he did not want to be in the video with her, clearing the air and basically blaming him for filing these false copyright strikes, even though she's a grown-ass woman and she could have just said, no, thanks. My attorney would not be happy with this. But he has not come out and debunked it either. And I was one of those content creators that she hit with these damn false copyright strikes on 2 videos. Reporting on her bullshit. And he never emailed me and say, I did not do that, and I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to let it be known. And if she wants to be mad at me, oh well, at least I'm doing the right thing. You think he would just come out and just tell the truth? If she lied on him, then he would have came out and said, nope, she is lying. He hasn't said a word. Not an email, nothing. She said, no, Manny was the one that told me to send out the copyright strikes. Can't make this up. It's man, when I say it's just a slap in the face, man.
But they said that it ain't that wrong.
Okay, I'm not gonna speak on this girl because they don't let me in this fight tomorrow. I'm not gonna speak on this girl. She reached out to me. What y'all talking about?
Okay.
And
then, we got some more video to go over, and it seems like nothing's gonna get resolved. Leanne got worked up, and that's understandable because this is a fucked up situation. It's divided people that didn't need to be divided, and it's taking the focus off the main problem, which is, and we're gonna say our mantra for the day as always, UMAR, who is a fat, nasty, greasy,
bison built,
like a walrus,
musty face,
and he ashy as shit. He was shivering out there on that last video.
This man has been seen on the internet on the ground. This man has been seen talking to crickets and giving them names when he is not in his right.
He got more respect for the dead than the living.
That too, I say.
I ain't gonna lie though. I went out there and did that little ginger ale dance to see can I get some for a woman that like. I don't know if y'all see that on my video, but
now that pinky up was that
I ain't go that far.
That, right?
God damn, he got people refinancing their houses and shit. Like,
oh, y'all have no idea what women will do. And this we're gonna get to that on my channel about helping.
It's just like
wait. I got one more question for Miss Marianne. Because I just found out about this, that the movie was made in like 2023. Why'd you wait so long to put the movie out?
The movie's been out. The movie came late on YouTube. The movie was shown in 5 states.
Are you putting it on Tubi?
When I made the movie with UMAR, the original distribution that I had with Regal, UMAR was supposed to back for 60 theaters. And when I wouldn't turn the movie to him, I fell back and I stick to form order, what I know. Instead of 7 theaters, we did 5 theaters. So when I connected with Mr. Honor, Mr. Honor's like, I heard about that movie. You need to bring it on YouTube. He's the one who introduced me and then got the channel going. And
But you have had videos on there from a couple of years ago with Polite.
I had, yes, but this is before he was convicted, and then that's why people always trying to look to create something. He wasn't convicted. That was before he was convicted. Brother Polite is part of the conscious community. Brother Polite.
This
is her excuse for having him in her film. Another one. She had Polite in this other film she did for all of 2-3 minutes, meaning his role was not that significant or impactful to where she could not replace him with someone else or just edit that part of the film out. I think it's a scene where they're sitting down. I don't know if they're in court and at a meeting for a business meeting or something, but it's inside of a conference room where they're sitting at a table and talking about something. He gave a couple lines and that was it. She could have edited that part of the little scene out of the film. That way you're not sitting here trying to make excuses as to why this nasty ass convicted piece of shit is sitting in your film when you claim to be an activist, knowing what he did to a minor child. And your excuse is he's in a conscious community. What the F does that mean? Who cares? This conscious community sounds pretty effed up. Bunch of scammers and con artists and lying ass piece of craps that are arrogant, rude, always interrupting and over talking people. That's just kind of like the general idea of most of these people. Oh, and backbiting and two-face. They'll stab you in the back in a minute and weaponize a whole law to do it. That's the effed up part about all of this. And these are the so-called representatives of this conscious community. Look how horrible Marianne acts. Make this shit up.
Hold on, Miss Marianne. You're talking to the person that literally took Polite down. This is the person that literally.
Okay, so what I'm saying, she
took him down.
The movie was an hour and a half.
The time. Yeah. All I said was, what's up with the video with Polite? Because it's not on there anymore. Nothing goes back past 6 months now. I checked earlier.
No, the movie's still there. The movie's still there. The movie is an hour and a half.
Why is it there?
The movie's still there. It's called Caleb. The movie's still there.
Meanwhile, she could have cut that little 2-minute segment out with him in it. Yeah, no, all the stuff she plays stupid and pretends like she doesn't understand that it's not a good look to have Polite in your film, especially where people can still see it after he's been convicted. Whether he was in it before or after the conviction, the point is that he's a nasty bastard that should be removed. And you won't do it because he's in the conscious community? For some reason, you value his clout more so than the integrity of your film, knowing he was convicted of a heinous crime against a minor girl. And you're a grown woman claiming to be an activist with teenage daughters, or at least one teenage or college-age daughter. He took advantage of a minor girl. What was she, like 12 or 14? And you're sitting here making it seem as if your film would be nothing without that little 2-minute segment of Polite in it. Can't make this stuff up, man. This is crazy.
The movie is an hour and a half. He had one scene, just one scene.
That's not. Yeah, I'm just asking, how did you get connected?
Oh my God.
He dated a friend of mine, Victoria, who was at the film. That's how he ended up getting a little cameo in the film.
Victoria.
So I got a question, because I'm not a part of the conscious community, right?
Yes, sir.
But the community that I'm a part of is like I ain't gonna say it out there because my job, but I'm a Damu, right? And when we got issues,
what is that? I don't know what that is.
He just said he's not gonna say it out loud.
Oh, okay.
If people know what Damu is, it's Swahili for LA. I'm
I thought you meant like you would.
You
could probably speak to this. We get UMAR down, they will put something just like
regulate the separate bodies of it.
Yeah.
Can they get into this?
I'm just black. Like
it started off.
That's what I
say that UMAR does Pan-African. That's not true Pan-Africanism. I don't follow. I was laying with the dude and I didn't follow him.
Oh my
God.
God.
I don't follow him.
UMAR never liked the FBIs because he don't like Tariq Nasheed. But foundational Black Americans believe that
okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Because I wanted to just cover this, dealing with the check thing. They go into Pan-Africanism and all this other stuff. I'm gonna be honest, not interested in hearing it. What I want to do is a part 2 tomorrow. So, because we're already going into 3 hours and 23 minutes. And there's another video that you all need to see that occurred the next day without MALware, where it was just the other one trying to defend MALware. That one is a doozy. Okay. So I'm just going to end this live on this note right here. And then we'll check out the second one tomorrow and just do a part 2 on it. Because I want to take my time with that one. And this live stream will be forever. So thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. This was something else. I don't want anybody to think I'm angry or anything. But when I see injustice occurring and you got somebody that's arrogant about the bullshit, it is frustrating. But you can't control how people act or how they respond or anything. You can control your response to it all. But it's still wrong for her to weaponize copyright laws because she didn't agree with someone's opinion about a film. And then she sat here the whole time when they was discussing this check and just played stupid and didn't care. So that it just helps you to understand why my view and perception of her, I just think she's a horrible person at this point. Really, I do. This is absolutely disgusting. It was arrogant and cocky for no reason. Her pride and her ego is just insane. And I just can't fathom why she felt like he was going to go to jail from this and had to lie to try to take down UMAR. He's already horrible on his own. But stuff like this, it gives the UMAR Tardians something to talk about to make it seem like we're all liars. Because it is. And she didn't care about any of that. The only thing she cares about is herself and how she feels. And listening to Manny about laws that she doesn't understand. Not her attorney, though. You can't make this up. So, I got a super. Oh, my God. Thank you. Y'all, Minnie gave us some LLC Sweet Tea memberships. Thank you so, so much. 5 of them to be exact. And then we have Ginger Spice with the $10 super. These are some of the weirdest women. Good Lord. Good Lord. Y'all. Child, this was something else. Oh, my God. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate the support and the super. Jay Williams, you late. Andrew said, oh, I'm just hanging out. Listen, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. And you all can see why I just wanted this to be put on my second channel. I just, I feel a lot more loose and free over here. Because it's supposed to be our messy channel. We watch content like this and laugh and bark at it or whatever. I still feel the way I feel about her, but at least this is the space where we can come over here and have some fun and do this. So I'll put up another notification for tomorrow to finish this out and do part 2. All right. So if y'all can't tune in again and share the video, hype it up, hit the like button, and hopefully more will come over and see the reaction to the second one tomorrow. But thank y'all so much. Y'all go get some sleep because I know I'm going to need me some rest, okay? And Jay Williams, you got to start over. You're going to catch that replay. And at some point, y'all let me know if you guys want us to do a watch party on Kogo's specials. He did like a mini series about this. So let me know if you guys want to do a watch party on that, and we will. And I will do that watch party on Kogo's on his videos on both of the channels. So that way he can get, a little bit more exposure and all of that. And they were well done. Very proud of Kogo and Miss Kogo. So y'all be good. And we'll set up a live for tomorrow and finish this on out. So I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button. And until then, I see you all when I see you in the next one. Deuces.